following is a presentation of Baldwin Sports Live, your home for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you by Kelly Neufeld, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, Family Medicine of Baldwin City, Morning Star Care Homes, Trindle Lumber Company, State Farm Agent Cody Anno, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, Elite Chiropractic, the Lumberyard Arts Center, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin Sports Live.
Good evening from Tonganoxie High School, where the Baldwin Bulldogs tonight get back on the floor following their Christmas break as they return to action against the Tonganoxie Chieftains. I'm Bryce Kessler along with Ryan Hilmer. Another doubleheader of hoops for you right here on Baldwin Sports Live tonight. The Baldwin girls will get us started, and they have been in a dogfight, no pun intended with that one, for the Bulldogs. Pretty much every game so far this year. Outside of a blowout win over Anderson County, Baldwin's other 4 games have been decided by an average of 3 points per game. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, 3 of those 4 have ended in losses, though. A pair of 4-point losses and a 3-point loss to Spring Hill in their final game before the break has Baldwin at 2-3 as we begin this new semester. Tonganoxie, they enter tonight with a matching 2-3 record, although the route to that 2-3 mark has been quite a bit different. Tongi has had just 1 of their 5 games decided by fewer than 22 points, and that was a 9-point loss on opening night against Lewisburg. So even with that 31-point blowout win, Baldwin's average scoring margin in 5 games, 8.5 points per game. Tongi, in their 5 games, average margin of decision, 23.5 points per game. And the Chieftains coming off of back-to-back 20-point road losses to Eudora and Lansing to close out their first semester, so they're hoping to return home. Perhaps will recharge their team, but they'll get the test against this Baldwin team that has dominated this series since 2014. All 8 matchups won by Baldwin by an average of 31.5 points per game. Later on tonight on the boys' side, Baldwin looks to continue their best start in years as the Bulldogs have won 4 straight, are now 4-1 on the season, and a chance to potentially put their name in the state's top 10 rankings with a road victory tonight. After a season-opening loss, Baldwin has reeled off 4 straight wins, and a 5th tonight would be their 2nd-ranked team they've defeated in that stretch as well, as they get to take on the number 5-ranked Tonganoxie Chieftains here this evening. It's been a kind of a different hero every night for Baldwin, it seems, this year. Part of the reason they have found a way to start 4-1. Different guys stepping up on different nights, and they're going to need it again this evening as they take on the defending Frontier League champions. And as I mentioned, the number 5 team in those 4A polls, the Tonganoxie Chieftains, who have dropped back-to-back games following a 4-0 start to their season. So opportunity knocks tonight for the Bulldogs. Will they be able to answer the call and continue their dynamic start to this season? You'll find out right here as it's all coming up on your home for Bulldog Athletics, Baldwin Sports Live. The pregame show rolls on right after this.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
We welcome you back inside the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show here tonight. We are in Tonganoxie for this one as we return to the floor following the Christmas break. The Baldwin girls looking to get back to the 500 mark. So far this year, it's been alternating losses and wins. They open up the year 4-point loss. Back that up with a big win over Anderson County. Lost again by 4, this time to Burlington. Back that up with a 1-point win over Lewisburg. And then a 4-point, make that a 3-point loss. So it's been a lot of close games for this Baldwin team that's averaging 45 points per game and giving up just over 40 points per contest. They are led by Carly Neufeld in the scoring department this year at 14 points per game. 3 of the 5 games this year, Carly has been in double figures. The next leading scorer is Riley Smith, the honorable mention All-State player last year for Baldwin, is averaging 9 points, or 9.5 points, and a team-high 2.5 assists per game so far this year, coming off a season-low 7 points against Spring Hill. So Riley, I'm sure, was hungry during the couple of weeks they've had off to get back on the floor and try and put up some bigger numbers after that 7-point game against Spring Hill. Last 2 ball games for Smith, just 5 of 22 from the field for 23%. So Baldwin hoping that they can ignite Riley here in this second semester. Last year averaged just under 13 points per game, so down about 4 points per night so far on the season is Smith. Third leading scorer right now, Alyssa Reichert, who really jumped off the page early on in this season. The first 3 games of the year, Reichert was averaging 10.5 points per game, including a huge 16-point night on opening night for Baldwin. But the last 2 games, just 3.5 points per night for the sophomore Reichert. So hopefully a chance to kind of recharge for her as well. And they could sure use some of that scoring that they saw early on from Alyssa in these ball games as we get back to action in this second semester. The opponent tonight, Tonganoxie, they have been a low-scoring team so far this year, just averaging 35.8 points per game. They're only giving up 35 a game as well, so they've been pretty good on the defensive end. They do return 3 starters from last year's 5-16 team. The leader of that group, Reagan Seba, a 5'5 senior, is their best offensive player. And then Emma Sunderland, another 3-year starter, returner, a 5'6 junior, probably the best athlete, overall athlete, most versatile player on this team for Tonganoxie. The other returning starter for them, or the other players you'll see in the starting lineup tonight, Hattie Baldock is their primary big. She's only 5'7", so she's their primary big by definition. She'll play the post, but again, kind of like Baldwin, not a terribly big team, which will bode well for the Bulldogs. They don't have to contend with a ton of size. We'll see if they can use their quickness at the guard positions to wreak a little havoc for Tonganoxie tonight. Brooklyn Lang, another spot-up shooter for Tonganoxie. Then Cheyenne Aaron, number 22 in white tonight. Keep an eye on her. She's probably the best 3-point shooter for Tonganoxie. So somebody that Baldwin will want to make sure they have a hand in her face as this game goes on. So again, not a terribly big team here for either side. We'll see which team can perhaps take care of the basketball a little better, avoid those costly turnovers. It has been a little bit of a layoff now. So when you felt like you're kind of getting into the swing of things, you had 5 games under your belt, you're feeling like you're in a rhythm, and then 2 weeks off. So we'll see how they bounce back now for both sides.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to be back, though. I hope everybody had a good holiday over winter break and see what happens tonight. But Baldwin, I think the key for them is going to be setting up that press. They've been so good at it so far this year. Setting up the press, forcing some turnovers, getting some easy buckets, because sometimes these first games back after a layoff, sometimes the shots don't fall and you can get a little frustrated. But I know Baldwin's a good three-point shooting team. They'll try to knock some down tonight, but I think if they can get some turnovers, get some easy buckets, then that'll bode well for them tonight.
Well, if it ends up being like many of the games have been this year for Baldwin, a very close game, that perhaps will play into Baldwin's favor as well. Even though they've lost several of those, they have the experience of executing in late game situations, whereas Tonganoxie hasn't played a single really close game yet. 9 points, the margin of victory in their season opener, but the rest of their 4 games have all been decided by 22 points or more, so they have not been in many of those close down-to-the-wire contests. So we'll see if that experience will help out Baldwin tonight, if it comes to that. But I think Bob Martin will be okay with his team kind of running away with one like they did against Anderson County and cruise into a victory tonight.
Exactly. You'll never be upset at a blowout win as a coach, but it's definitely good to have that experience of close games because later in the year you might need that.
We'll take a timeout, come back with your starting lineups for this ball game tonight, and then tip-off is moments away as Baldwin is on the road to open up the second semester after the Christmas break as they take on the Tonganoxie Chieftains here tonight on Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Welcome back to the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show. Along with Ryan Hilmer, I'm Bryce Kessler. Glad you're with us as we return back to action tonight. We've got 2 ball games on tap this week for you, with this one here tonight in Tonganoxie, and the Bulldogs will be back home on Friday night as they host the Piper Pirates back home in Baldwin. So you can check that game out right here on Baldwin Sports Live as well, with tip-off scheduled for 6 o'clock Friday night back home against the Piper Pirates. Starting lineups tonight for the Tonganoxie Chieftains, who enter play at 2-3, coming off of back-to-back losses, though. Hattie Baldock, a 5'7" junior, their primary big inside. Emma Sunderland, a 5'6" junior, 3-year starter for the Chieftains. Number 20 is a 5'5" senior, Reagan Seba, also a 3-year starter and probably the best scoring threat on this team. Brooklyn Lang, a 5'6" senior, number 21, fast, quick player, a spot-up shooter for the Chieftains. And then Cheyenne Aaron, a 5'6" senior, number 22, the best three-point shooter for Mitch Loomis, the head coach of the Tonganoxie Chieftains. And for the Baldwin Bulldogs tonight, their starting lineup: Marin Frost gets the start for the 4th time this year, 5'4" junior guard, averaging 6.8 points per night. Carly Neufeld, a 5'7" junior, number 2, the team's leading scorer at 14 points per night. Alyssa Reichert, a 5'10", Alyssa Reichert, a 5'10" sophomore, who wears number 12 for the Bulldogs, averaging 7.5 points and a team-high 4.2 rebounds per night. Carly Toot, a 5'6" junior, number 14 for the Bulldogs, makes her third start of the night, coming off a career-high 9 points in her last game against Spring Hill. And Riley Smith, a 5'8 senior, number 22, averaging 9.5 points and a team-high 2.5 assists per game for the Bulldogs, who are coached by Bob Martin. Coming up the opening tip right after this, as Baldwin is on the road to take on Tonganoxie here tonight as we return to action following the Christmas break on Baldwin Sports Live.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient to caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomescom/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back inside Tonganoxie High School here tonight. Just moments away from the opening tip in this one between Baldwin and Tonganoxie. First game back for both these teams. Tonganoxie, they extended their pre-Christmas games into the week after Baldwin. Their last game was back on December 21st. On Tuesday, a 57-31 loss to Lansing. Baldwin's last game back on December 17th, a 43-40 loss to Spring Hill. Both teams had to sit for a couple of weeks on losses, both hoping to get back in the win column here tonight. And it is time for tonight's opening tip. It is brought to you by Baldwin City Recreation Commission. Sign up now for the 4-week Biddy Basketball Clinic for kindergartners and first graders. A chance to work on your basketball skills with the same players you see on the court tonight. The BHS basketball teams will be helping out to teach the next generation of players. Registration deadline is January 21st. You can register right now at baldwinrec.org. Just $30, and every camper receives their own basketball. Also, for second graders who are a little too old then for the kindergartner, first grader, Biddy basketball, your deadline to sign up for basketball season is coming up on January 21st as well. So get signed up for youth basketball with Baldwin City Recreation Commission at baldwinrec.org. First time we've seen this particular starting lineup this year for the Bulldogs, with both Marin Frost and Carly Toot in that starting lineup. They have each kind of alternated starts throughout the year. But Isabel Harvey, who has started the first 5 of the games, will start tonight on the bench and operate as the sixth man for Baldwin. So Bulldogs will get the opening possession after Hattie Baldock controlled the tip as the jumper, which is not allowed. So here's Baldwin with Frost in the corner. Strong in the three-point attempt, but it's run down by Reichert. Drive and finish. Riley Smith puts Baldwin on top 2-0 in the opening possession of this ball game.
First chance to set up that press I talked about in the open. They kind of soft played at that time.
I'll lull them into thinking, okay, this isn't too bad.
That's right.
Then they'll come jump them later on. Inside, a triple team down low on Lang, and the ball loose for a moment. It looked like Toot was going to come away with it for the Bulldogs, and in the end, a jump ball is called after Carly ties up Baldock. It will stay with the Chieftains. 7:12 left of the opening quarters. We're just underway here tonight. A Riley Smith bucket on the Bulldogs' opening possession that came on a second chance opportunity thanks to an offensive rebound by Alyssa Reichert. Reichert coming over on the help defense that time, forces the miss out of Sunderland. Rebounded by Smith, and here comes Baldwin again. Pushes it up to Neufeld, who can definitely shoot it from the outside if you give her an open look. Passes on the opportunity here on this possession. Reichert, drive and dish. Neufeld shooting 40% from beyond the arc this year, with the team leading 12 three-pointers. Takes off on a drive this time, but missed the layup. Tapped around, controlled by Tonganoxie's Emma Sunderland. First possession down, where Tonganoxie nearly resulted in a turnover. They eventually got the shot up, but now they do turn it over. Frost comes up with a steal. Neufeld pushes it up to Frost, trying to slip it inside to Reichard. Was knocked away for a moment, now blocked out of bounds. It stays with Baldwin. Nearly 2 minutes into the first quarter, still just 2-0 Baldwin after a Riley Smith basket on the opening possession. Now Neufeld splits defenders, gets it up off the glass, and kisses it home as Baldwin takes a 4-0 lead.
Trend continues of really good out-of-bounds plays from Baldwin, both boys and girls.
Matchup defensively for Baldwin. Drive from Reagan Seba, and she's able to answer for Tonganoxie and gets the Chieftains on the board with their first points. Neufeld lines up a three on the right wing. And now both three-point attempts we've seen from Baldwin have been long, from Frost and now from Neufeld. Sunderland clears it for Tonganoxie. The Chieftains have a chance to tie it up or perhaps take their first lead this time down. Seba runs the baseline, gets it in the corner with Smith there guarding. Seba floats it up high off the window, rims out, and then off the hand of Baldock, out of bounds to Baldwin. Smith brings it up for the Bulldogs. First team All-Frontier League last year was Riley, now in her senior season. Second of the team in scoring, leads the team in assists. She led the team in both those categories last year. Reichard's three misses, and it's another rebound in the corner for Emma Sunderland, who's already pulled down 3 boards for Tonganoxie, and the Chieftains continue to trail by 2.
Maybe the effects of a couple-week layoff, shots not falling early.
A block shot by Reichard, but Sunderland, or make that a Seba rather, able to keep it alive for Tonganoxie. Blocking foul on Reichard. Well, this is first, team's first, with 4:36 to play in the first quarter. And we'll see what Tonganoxie is able to do on their out-of-bounds play from underneath the basket. They flipped it into Sunderland and then traveled. Two-point Baldwin lead. Frost kicks out to Smith. Back up top to Neufeld. Wants to drive that right lane line and missed it short. Rebound pulled in by Brooklyn Lang for Tonganoxie.
Like that aggressiveness from Neufeld, though. Keep trying to continue to get to the basket, get some foul calls.
Baldock can't finish, and it's Toot with a rebound. Carly coming off a season-high 9-point performance, hit 3 threes, her first 3 of the year against Spring Hill. And Neufeld, after airballing the first 3, had it dialed up to perfection that time. Drains the tray, and Baldwin extends their lead to 7-2.
There you go, attack the basket, get that range.
A bump on the perimeter, that will be a second foul charged to Baldwin. And they'll call it on Riley Smith, her first personal. Off the bench comes Isabel Harvey and Emma Kate Lang for Baldwin, as Reichard and Toot check out of the lineup. So Harvey and Lang both more kind of rebounders, defensive players than they are scoring options. See if they can come in and create some defensive stops for the Bulldogs, as Cheyenne Aaron, the best three-point shooter that Tonganoxie has, gets a pretty good look at one there, but Harvey cleans up the miss. Then Frost kind of stumbled on her feet, crossed up, and travels to give it back to Tonganoxie. Missed chance there in transition for Baldwin.
I was going to say, it's a little bit of an interesting change in the starting lineup because, yeah, Emma Kate Lang and Harvey are kind of similar players, but maybe looking to get a little more of those hustle, rebounding off the bench, a little more scoring in the starting lineup.
You still have the 3 scoring guards out there on the floor. 3:12 left to play in this first quarter, a 7-2 lead. Sunderland got around Harvey. And then Isabel, trying to recover, ends up committing the foul. And will send Tonganoxie to the free throw line. A couple of free throws coming up for Emma Sunderland. Remains 7-2 with 3:06 left to play in this first quarter. Sunderland gets the roll on the second free throw, and it's 7-3 as we hit the 3-minute mark of this first period. Smith, kick out to Frost. Back up top, Neufeld. Harding has hit once from three. Now dribbles into a closer two-pointer, but it spins out.
Great move, though. They shut off the drive, just take that mid-range jumper. I like Neufeld taking what the defense has given her early.
Shooting over 40% from the field this year, over 40% from beyond the three-point line as well. And now another turnover forced by the Baldwin defense. Lang comes up with it. Smith pushes it up the floor for Baldwin. 2:20 left to play in the period. Smith gets the baseline, cut off on the lane line. Back out it comes, quickly up top to Neufeld for three, off left iron, and rebounded by Seba.
Good extra pass from Marin Frost that possession, getting Neufeld a nice look up top, just didn't drop.
Stays 7-3 Baldwin. Just one field goal so far in this opening quarter for the Chieftains, and now a fourth turnover. Frost comes up with it. Dangerous pass back into the middle of the floor. Smith, a little hesitation, now drive, trying to get it off the glass, won't go, and Baldock clears it for Tonganoxie. Well, Baldwin has certainly had more opportunities in this first quarter, but Tonganoxie able to stick around as Baldwin has been unable to pull away despite the chances. Seba cut off on the help by Frost. And now Harvey is, I believe, caught for her second foul.
Yeah, the Bulldogs do a really good job helping on dribble penetration, rotating over, helping each other out. That's what you love to see in a good defensive team.
So it is the second on Harvey. She'll stay in the game, though. Frost and Lang check out. Back in comes Toot and Reichard. A change for Tonganoxie for the first time. Sage Isaac says checked in, but the Chieftains give it up again. A good hustle play coming back to get the block shot by Emma Sunderland, denying Reichard. And now a foul called on the Chieftains, but a great play by Sunderland, chasing down Reichard to take away what looked like an easy two-point bucket, and now making Baldwin have to earn it in the half court.
That was outstanding effort coming back, transition defense.
Reichard misses, and Baldock clears it, so that hustle play indeed comes up with a big stop for the Tonganoxie Chieftains. They hold the Bulldogs scoreless on that possession as we're now under a minute to go in the quarter. Baldwin's lead still just 4 as they've been unable to pull away from Tonganoxie in the first quarter. That's really been dominated by Baldwin in terms of possession and just the execution. This is Sunderland on the drive, and she'll head back to the free throw line. Another foul as Harvey was there and now has been tagged with her third foul.
Yeah, that one was tough. She just kind of let her drive by her, had her hands up, but I think got her on the way up, and that's not good, getting 3 fouls in the first quarter.
Sunderland with another miss, now just 1 out of 3 at the free throw line.
But the good news is Emma Kate Lang's a very similar player, rebounder, good defender.
That's who checks in for Harvey, who didn't start for the first time tonight, and unfortunately now is going to spend probably more time than Bob Martin, even though he didn't start her tonight, probably intended to play her still significant minutes, but now with 3 first quarter fouls, that plan might change. And are they going to change this foul now? I think they're going to change the foul and charge it to Neufeld. So Carly's certainly not one you want in foul trouble either. It is only her first, so hopefully you don't know how this. as right now, that seems like a good thing. That now Harvey only has 2, and it's just 1 on Neufeld. But
well,
you never know. Come later, that might turn out to be a big thing.
Right. And obviously we don't have replay, but watching it live, I think they got that one wrong maybe.
So the foul has been changed to Neufeld, her first. Sunderland does connect on the second free throw. And it makes it a 7-4 ball game with 39 seconds left to play in the quarter. And now, yeah, the officials are confused because there was confusion on who the foul was on. I think the one official was thinking that they still needed to shoot another free throw. They had already attempted the first free throw prior to the discussion about the foul committer. Lakin Bennett has checked in now for Tonganoxie as well amidst all the, not confusion necessarily, but whatever all that was. 30 seconds left in the quarter. I don't know, Ryan, is it just me or does it feel like the Baldwin should be up by more than they are right now, the way this first quarter has gone?
They've really had a slow pace. They're holding for the last shot of the quarter here, obviously, but it's been kind of a slow pace. They haven't capitalized much off the chances they've got, but you'll take a lead when you have a lead.
A bucket here in these closing seconds would sure help out, make it feel a little bit better. Smith out to Neufeld, has to let it fly, does, and hits. So there you go. That doubles your lead now.
Bingo with the buzzer. Give me a foul. I'll give you a 3.
10-4 Baldwin after 1 on Neufeld's second 3 of the quarter. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Start of the second quarter here in Tonganoxie tonight, along with Ryan Hilmer. I'm Bryce Kessler. It is now 10-4 Baldwin, thanks to a 3 at the buzzer by Carly Neufeld, who has 8 of the 10 for Baldwin. Frost tries to start the second quarter with another 3, but it clings off left iron, rebounded by Emma Sunderland for Tonganoxie. Baldwin with Bailey Smith on the floor for the first time as we start this second quarter. Floater misses from Aaron, rebounded by Smith. Riley Smith and Bailey Smith, the sisters out there along with Reichard, Toot, and Frost. And Alyssa Reichard knocks down a tray.
That's really good for Reichard and her confidence. If she can start knocking down some shots, be really good for the Bulldogs too.
Backside look to Baldock. Too strong off the glass. Frost wins the rebound. And back come the Bulldogs, who are now up by 9. A chance to push this to a double-digit lead as Frost is denied by Sage Isaacs. Brooklyn Lang returns for Tonganoxie. In for Hattie Baldock. So Reichard, even though she's been in a bit of a shooting slump the last couple of games, she's still shooting 50% on the year from beyond the three-point line. So a very good shooter out there. And Riley Smith misses a 3. Reichard down there for the offensive board and the putback.
Really good positioning there from Reichard. Just put yourself where you think rebound might go and put it back up and in.
So we were just talking in the closing seconds of the first quarter about, man, it just feels like the lead should be bigger for Baldwin. And it was 7-4 at that time. And you blink your eyes, and in about a minute and 20 seconds in game time, it's gone from a 3-point lead to now an 11-point lead at 15-4 following that putback by Reichert. The Bulldogs are back in a moment here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Insurance agent Codiano is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Codiano State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Codiano, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
(15-4) Baldwin. Alyssa Reichert with all 5 second quarter points so far for Baldwin, and the Bulldogs lead it by 11. Full court pressure on Tonganoxie. They forced 5 Chieftain turnovers in the first quarter and nearly forced one there, and it ends up being one anyway. Seba almost, it looked like, stepped out of bounds before getting that pass away and ends up throwing it through the hands of Cheyenne Aaron and out of bounds for the Chieftains' 6th turnover of this first half.
Exactly what the press is designed to do. Sometimes you don't just get a clean steal, but it can just speed a team up and get them a little out of control, and that's exactly what it's there for.
Reichert had the hot hand so far and keeps it going. All 7 in the quarter have come from Alyssa Reichert, and it's 17-4 Baldwin.
A steal, Smith.
So once again, the press this time immediately reaps the benefit of that pressure, and then a foul committed by Sunderland.
I love that. Every now and then, the person that takes the ball out from underneath, they just, nonchalantly will throw it in and not really look beforehand. And Smith really jumped that pass. That was a really good play.
Chance to extend what's now a 13-point lead. Reichert has it. She's been the one rolling in this quarter, and now has a chance to go to the free throw line and keep that scoring run going. 7-0 run, all from Reichert. And a trip to the line coming up after that foul committed by Sage Isaacs, her first and the team's 3rd. Reichert 55% on the year at the free throw line, 6 out of 11. So small sample size, and we have seen her shooting stroke from the outside, a pretty good one. I would imagine that free throw percentage, as she gets more opportunities at the line, is going to steadily climb up.
Yeah, if you're with us in the first part of the year, free throw shooting has been a bit of a struggle for Baldwin, but looking to improve on that in the second half of the year here.
How about a 9-0 run from Alyssa Reichert to start this second quarter? And Baldwin has gone from up 7-4 in the closing seconds of the first to now up 19-4. Neufeld caught there for now her 2nd foul. Now you kind of look back on that.
That one was a foul.
Yeah, that one was on Neufeld. No question it was on anybody else. But she was initially not called for a foul back in the first quarter. It was called on Isabel Harvey. They changed it to Neufeld. So now that gives Carly 2 fouls. And a 6th team foul. Carly 2 checks back in, replaces Neufeld. With a nice, comfortable 19-4 lead here. No reason to risk Neufeld picking up a 3rd foul. A game that, the way it's gone so far, I don't necessarily project it to become a close game late. But you just never know, and if things do start to tighten up, you certainly want Neufeld services available, so don't want her picking up a cheap 3rd foul here in this first half. There's a foul committed by Tonganoxie, their 4th team foul. If it's Sunderland who is there, it's her 3rd, or 2nd rather, but they instead call it on Reagan Seba, so it's her 1st. As Cheyenne Aaron checks back into the lineup for Tonganoxie. Reichert one-on-one with Seba. Gives it up over to Smith. Reichert calling for it. Blocked, saved, but out. It will stay with Baldwin.
Has decent defense that time by Seba. Tonganoxie.
Sideline inbound here. Toot will put it into play for Baldwin. Kind of an awkward spot to inbound. Don't have any set plays designed from that spot. Smith got tripped up, able to go back and retrieve the basketball, though. Baldwin right now working on a 12-0 run, going back to that final shot of the first quarter that Neufeld knocked down a three. And now Smith called for a travel, just a second Baldwin turnover.
That was a nice job penetrating on the baseline there. You just want a jump stop and a pump fake. She almost got it done. Just shuffled her feet a little bit.
More pressure by Baldwin. Sunderland able to bring it into the front court, now allows the Chieftains to set up their half-court offense. Seba crossed over Bailey Smith and draws the foul on Reichert and able to finish. Good play by Reagan Seba. Three-point opportunity coming up as Alyssa Reichert picks up her second foul now as well. 3 players with 2 for Baldwin. Ends a 12-0 scoring run by Baldwin, and now Seba able to make it a three-point play with that free throw. Reichert is out, Frost back in. Lang's pass intercepted by Aaron. Jongi back on the attack, and Carly Toot called for a block. Baldwin over the limit, so Sunderland will head to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, good news, bad news. The bad news is they'll be shooting free throws the rest of the half. Good news is they haven't made a whole lot of them.
3 out of 7 so far as Tonganoxie get the free throw line as they make another change. Isaac's out, Brooklyn Lang back in. 1-and-1 for Sunderland. Hard off the back rim, rebounded by Bailey Smith of Baldwin. And the 2 girls who have done pretty much the entirety of the scoring for Baldwin in this game, both on the bench right now with 2 fouls, Neufeld and Reichert. So Riley Smith knocks down a corner 3 on a little step back.
Nice ball movement, that possession from the Bulldogs, working around, getting an open shot in the corner.
5 of 22 from the field her last 2 ball games before the break for Smith. Shooting just 24% for the year. But she is just one big game away from perhaps exploding for the Bulldogs. And there's back-to-back buckets from Riley, who takes advantage of a steal and lays it in to make it 24-7 Baldwin. Smith out there trying for another one.
Baldwin always does such a good job trapping when the dribbler gets into a sticky situation.
Aaron called for the travel, had a little extra hop on the catch. Sometimes they'll let you get away with that, but not in that particular instance. Isabel Harvey now back in, so she is on the floor with 2 fouls, 3:28 left to play first half. Harvey able to get that ball somehow to Frost after it had turnover written all over it. Smith back out to Frost, wide open on the wing.
Great rebound.
Lang with the offensive board and a foul then committed by Baldock. That's the 5th on the Chieftains. You said it, great rebound by Lang, who really didn't even have the better position of the 2 players, but still able to just strongly go up there and grab the ball.
It's just the aggressiveness that she attacks the ball with and just says, it's mine, you're not taking it. I love that on the glass.
Carly Neufeld has come back on now for the Bulldogs as well. Sage Isaacs returns for Tonganoxie.
I'd like to see Lang with that kind of attitude post up on the low block a little bit harder, get a seal maybe. So it looks like there's no help on that backside if you look down the post.
Neufeld at the high post. Smith calling for it mid-post. They help off the wing, and a jump ball is called. It will go to Tonganoxie.
Good help defense from Tonganoxie that possession.
Full court pressure continues for Baldwin. They have forced 9 turnovers out of Tonganoxie in this first half. And that one was there for the taking, but nobody was there to get it for Baldwin. Foul on Lang will send Baldock to the line. Another trip to the free throw line for Tonganoxie for 2 shots this time. Just 3 out of 8 though, and now make them 3 out of 9. Unable to take advantage of the foul troubles that Baldwin has put themselves in this first half. Make it 3 out of 10. And a foul is called. Isaacs called for a push. 6th team foul on Tonganoxie. It's her second. Frost and Reichert check back in for Baldwin. Sunderland returns for Tonganoxie. 2:37 left to play in the half. Baldwin has led throughout. They scored on their opening possession of the game on a second chance opportunity, and they have led ever since. Knocked out of bounds by Sunderland. It stays with Baldwin. Quick breather, and Reagan Seba back in for Tonki. Frost on the wing. And a rebound by Baldock.
Good effort attacking that offensive glass by Neufeld, though.
Look at Smith pick up Seba at half court. Down in the stands, just working for a steal. Lang gives it up to Sunderland.
See, they do such a good job cutting off that dribble penetration to the middle there, and then they help. Nice.
And eventually it speeds them up enough, as you mentioned earlier. Sometimes that pressure in and of itself doesn't cause the turnover, but an ancillary effect of that pressure causes the opponent to speed themselves up and make a bad pass.
Yeah, your mind just gets going so fast. It's like, where's the next help defender coming from, you know? You just commit a turnover.
Carly Toot has come back on for Baldwin. The Bulldogs leading 24-7 with a little more than 90 seconds left in the half. Toot drives into traffic, draws the foul, earns a trip to the free throw line. Foul is called on Seba, her second. Team 7th. And they did call it a shooting foul, so it's 2 shots for Toot with 1:28 left to play in the half. Carly 4 out of 6 at the free throw line this year. Her first point of the night there. Neufeld and Reichert back out of the game. A wise decision there by Bob Martin, with them each playing with 2 fouls late in the half like this. Gets him back off the floor. Offensive rebound, Bailey Smith. Put back. Oh, it won't go. Rebounded by Baldock.
Again, nice work attacking the glass. The timeout Tonganoxie. Try to draw something up here.
1:18 remains. 32nd timeout used by the Chieftains. We will keep it right here with a 25-7 Baldwin lead on top of Tonganoxie. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. If you're looking for a great job with a growing family-owned company in Baldwin City, check out Rice Precision Manufacturing. Always actively looking to fill positions for skilled CNC machinists and CNC operators. Excellent pay, competitive benefit packages with a climate-controlled work environment and a friendly support staff that's dedicated to the betterment of their employees. Contact jobs at riceprecision.com to inquire about openings. $18-point lead late in the first half for Baldwin. See if they can come up with another turnover and make it into an easy bucket. Long entry pass way down in there to Patty Baldock, who had good position inside and takes advantage and scores it on that assist by Seba. 25-9 with a minute left to play in the first half. Runner by Toot misfired. Baldock the rebound. Under a minute to play. Inside, Baldock doubled, finds Seba at the foul line. Strong on the attempt, laying the rebound. And then grabbed from behind by Isaacs, but they're going to call it a jump ball. Baldwin does maintain possession. Neufeld and Riker now both back in. They'll come in for offensive purposes with just 40 seconds left. And for Tonganoxie, Sierra Innes checks in for the first time. So I'm guessing Baldwin will hold out for the final shot with the substitutions they made.
Yep. Waste a little bit of time here, probably get some penetration and maybe a kick out to Neufeld.
And instead,
Ooh.
a turnover as Frost is called for a travel. She can't believe it.
Wasn't in the plans, and they'll make a little defense rebounding substitution here.
Yeah, that's the only, I guess, good news about it. If you're going to turn the ball over, do it as a dead ball turnover, because at least you can get Reichert and Neufeld back off of the floor as opposed to a live ball turnover, and then one of them, you know, try to make a hustle play and commit a silly foul. So now Baldwin will defend the final seconds of the quarter. Or will they? Deflection near steal for Smith, but it goes off of Riley and out of bounds. It stays with Tonganoxie. 12 seconds left in the half.
Good job jumping that passing lane from Riley.
Seba trying to go back door to Lang, turns it over. Smith has 5 seconds to work with. Riley takes a peek up there, has time to get all the way to the cup, but missed the layup. Rebounded by Baldock, and we've reached the half. So Baldwin did leave some points out there, I think, in that first half, but all in all, they'll be pleased with a halftime lead, a 16-point lead at the break. Baldwin 25, Tonganoxie 9. The Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show is coming up next here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome in to the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, brought to you by Baldwin City Farm Bureau agent Kelly Neufeld. There to help you protect what matters most. That's Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting and see how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. We are at the half in Tonganoxie tonight, 25-9. Baldwin with the lead in this ball game. They have led wire to wire to this point after they opened up the game with a bucket on the opening possession of the game. They had a 7-2 lead. It was then 7-4 in the closing seconds of the first quarter, and that's when things really took off for Baldwin. Carly Neufeld hit a 3 at the buzzer to close the first period, made it 10-4 after 1, and they picked up right where they left off with that 3 into the second half as Alyssa Reichert scored the first 9 points. The first 9 points of the second quarter to make it into a 12-0 Baldwin run, pushed the lead up to 15 at 19-4, and they would extend that lead up to 18 at one point, 25-7 in that first half before a late basket for Tonganoxie from Hattie Baldock made it 25-9, and that's where we stand here at the break. But 16-point lead, certainly they'll be pleased with that. The three-point line and the free throw line have been sort of the difference makers in this ball game so far, as the Bulldogs have knocked down 4 triples. Tonganoxie is yet to make a 3, so you get a plus 12 there. And then the free throw line, you're even at the line, 3 points apiece, but Baldwin's 3 free throws have come on just 4 attempts, while Tonganoxie has made just 3 out of their 10 attempts at the free throw line. So that was the area that was presented itself anyway for Tonganoxie to keep themselves in this ball game by making some free throws. They were unable to do that, though, and it allowed Baldwin to maintain their lead and continue to extend it with those 3-pointers, 4 of them in that first half, and now leading 25-9. Take a look at the first half stats for you when we come back right after this word from Farm Bureau Financial Services. Here on the halftime show, it's 25-9, Baldwin leading Tonganoxie.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Back at the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, let's take a look at the first half numbers for you. Tonganoxie a slight rebounding edge, but they have also had twice as many turnovers as Baldwin. Tongi with 10 first half turnovers, Baldwin with just 5. Leading scorer in the half for Tonganoxie was Reagan Seba with 5 points. Emma Sunderland and Hattie Baldock each with 2. Baldock pulled down a game-high 8 rebounds in that first half, so strong on the boards was Hattie Baldock. For the Baldwin Bulldogs, leading scorer of the first half, Alyssa Reichert, 9 points, and it came in a 9-0 run from Reichert herself to start the second quarter. So that 9-point effort already her second best scoring game of the year, only behind the 16 she had on opening night against Paola. 9 points and a couple of first half rebounds for Reichert. Carly Neufeld, 8 points, all came in the first quarter. And Riley Smith with 7 points. And the only other scorer was Carly Toon, who made a single free throw for her 1 first half point. Leading rebounder in the first half for Baldwin was Bailey Smith, Riley Smith, and Alyssa Reichert. And Emma Kate Lang as well. They each had 2 first half rebounds. Riley Smith, that is, leads the team with 3 first half assists as well. And Baldwin leads the ball game 25-9. They have alternated wins and losses so far this year, with a loss on opening night, then a win, then a loss, then a win, then a loss. They've all been close other than their 31-point win over Anderson County. This game doesn't have the feel like it's going to come down to the wire, but we'll see. You never know. But so far through one half, a game that Baldwin leads by 16, a game that has really had no question that Baldwin has been the better team out there on the floor tonight, and that's why they've got their 16-point lead here.
Oh, I mean, they've dominated on defense and live ball action. Like you kind of mentioned earlier, Tonganoxie is getting most of their points at the free throw line, so getting a lot of turnovers like we mentioned in the open, and getting some easy buckets and getting some three-pointers to fall as well. That never hurts. So good 25-9 lead. You love it.
1 half to go. We'll see if Baldwin can close it out to get back to that 500 mark before they return home Friday night to take on Piper. 25-9, Baldwin on top of Tonganoxie. You've been watching the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. More than just insurance coverage, Farm Bureau is there to assist in your insurance, investment, and wealth management needs. Go see Kelly Neufeld and his team in downtown Baldwin City to sit down and discuss your financial well-being and how Farm Bureau Financial Services can be there to help. Back with the start of the second half right after this.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient to caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
$25-9 lead for Baldwin on top of Tonganoxie as we get set to start this second half. Baldwin will start the half with Smith, Reichert, Neufeld, Toot, and Frost. And for Tonganoxie, they'll go with Baldock, Sunderland, Seba, Lang, and Aaron. Tonganoxie basketball to start the second half. They turned it over 10 times and scored just 9 points in that first half. No ties, no lead changes in the first 16 minutes tonight. Second chance opportunity, third chance opportunity, and Aaron will have will have a chance to earn the points at the free throw line.
You want to continue to play this game like it's 0-0, though. You don't want to play like you have such a big lead. You don't want to let them get back into it, believe that they can come back in this game.
Second foul on Carly Toot, and the free throw woes continue for Tonganoxie into the second half. They are just 3 out of 11 now at the charity stripe tonight. Now 3 out of 12 as Toot pulls down the rebound for Baldwin. Thrown into the backcourt. And a backcourt violation is called. Frost was the first to touch it. Sunderland almost got to it first, which had she touched it first, then Frost would have been able to, at that point, get the ball. But over and back on the Bulldogs, just their 6th turnover of the game.
Little miscommunication. Looking for a back cut. The other person looking for a little pass up top.
3 not there for Aaron. Back comes Baldwin. Toot stripped by Seba, but on the way down, ends up on the baseline. It goes, or stays, I should say, with Baldwin. And now the official is going to talk with Seba. I don't know if you caught it. Seba, after the play, gave the signal for an offensive foul. She thought that the charge should have been called, and she tried to help the officials out and gave the charge sign. But
let her opinion be known.
The official says, all right.
See what kind of inbound play we got here on the baseline.
They've executed well all year in those situations, and once again, they're able to capitalize on the underneath out of bounds as Alyssa Reichard banks it in for now her 11th point. Second game this year into double figures for Reichard, the first since opening night. Jump ball, Baldwin will get it on the 11th Tonganoxie turnover.
Something about lefties like Reichard, I enjoy watching them shoot. They have such a smooth offensive stroke.
There's not many things in sports, period, that a lefty doing it doesn't appear smoother than a righty doing it. I don't know why that is, but Toot can't finish underneath. Seba the rebound. Inside pass to Baldock, and there's Reichard committing the foul. That's Alyssa's third.
That was decent position. She was behind her. She tried to come over the top, but just didn't quite have the position for that. Don't want to be pick up too many of those cheap ones down there. If you're going to get a foul called on you, you want to get a foul.
Another turnover. That's a dozen of them now for Tonganoxie. Something that, if they have any chance of coming back here in the second half, they've got to really start cutting down on those turnovers. Neufeld too strong with a three-point attempt, but Reichard, who's having a really strong game for the Bulldogs with another offensive rebound. She now has 3 rebounds in this game. They've all 3 been offensive rebounds. And will have a chance to make all 3 of those offensive rebounds turn into points here at the free throw line after Hattie Baldock was called for her second foul. Isabel Harvey checks back in, replacing Toot for Baldwin. Isaacs returns for Tonganoxie, and out goes Brooklyn Lang. So Reichard is able to make that offensive rebound turn into 1 point. She now checks out, and into the lineup comes Emma Kate Lang. 28-9 Baldwin. 19-point lead, the largest of the game for the Bulldogs so far. Isaacs, deep 2-pointer, long rebound to Smith. Nice pass up to Harvey on the left side, and Isabel missed the lay-in. Aaron the rebound for Tonganoxie. Isaacs has an open shooter on the wing. It's Seba, but another misfire from downtown. The Chieftains yet to hit a 3 in this game. Neufeld with the rebound. Back comes Baldwin up by 19. Smith open on the wing on the feed by Frost. Swishes in. Smith into double figures now, joining Reichard. Baldwin leads at 31-9. And a push called against Baldwin to the backcourt. Carly Neufeld picks up her third. Well, Bailey Smith will check in for her. Brooklyn Lang back in for Tonganoxie as Sunderland checks out. Turnover on the inbounds pass. Smith the steal, trying to get it over to her sister, turns it back over. Pass too far in front of Isaacs, saves it, but it's turned back over to Baldwin. Riley threads it in there to Bailey Smith, but the layup missed.
All of a sudden, we're getting a little up and down track meet action here.
If Baldwin had their preference, that's the way they'd like to play, and now a timeout is taken by Tonganoxie. We'll take a quick break with 5:01 left to play in the third quarter. Baldwin has extended their lead up to 31-9 here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
31-9 Baldwin, 5:01 left to play third quarter as the Bulldogs have extended their 16-point halftime lead up to a 22-point lead now, and have continued to hold Tonganoxie scoreless through the first 3 minutes of this second half. It's Tonganoxie basketball as we come back to play. Chieftains left with 2 timeouts the rest of the way. Baldwin still has their full complement of timeouts. Backdoor cut for Aaron, deflected out by Bailey Smith. There's an Aaron pass, rather, and looking for Lang. Baseline inbound for Tonganoxie. Siba will put it into play. Into Baldock, and there's the first points of the half for Tonganoxie. Inside Lang, doubled, kicks out to Frost from the wing. Smith tracks it down for a Baldwin offensive rebound, and then a timeout taken by Bob Martin with Bailey in a little bit of trouble down there in the corner right along the baseline. So Baldwin will have a chance to start fresh on an inbound after the timeout taken on an offensive rebound there by Bailey Smith. 31-11. Baldwin on top with 4:23 left to play in this third quarter. Fans, don't forget, you can get the big plays text right to your phone by using the word Baldwin. Text Baldwin to 816-406-0051. Baldwin Sports Live partnering with EZ Relic to give our viewers a chance to capture every moment of every game. Get the highlights sent right to your phone by texting Baldwin to 816-406-0051. It's free, and you can learn more at ezrelic.com. Nice pass there by Smith. Quickly got rid of it to Lang. Blocked, though, by Baldock, and then Lang ended up on the baseline.
It's good effort, though. That nice little slip pass in there, like you mentioned. But caveat, always when you get a dead ball turnover for the Bulldogs, you can set up this pressure. They're so good at.
Almost looked like the pass kind of caught Lang by surprise. That
Whoa.
inbounds pass goes off. It looked like the back, and apparently just the bottom, because it had it gone off the back of it out of bounds. But either way, Baldwin can't capitalize as Frost unable to connect down low. Inside, Baldock, doubled down by Frost. Out it goes to Lang, way short on the three, but Siba comes running across, had it fall right into her lap, and then puts it back up and in. Well, there have been quite a few, I would call, missed opportunities in this game for Baldwin. Yet they're up 18, so they're not going to feel too bad about it, but perhaps it's a good thing in their first game back that they're still kind of trying to work some of that rust off in their first game back from a couple of weeks layoff, and yet do it in what appears like a game that they could and should probably end up winning. And now Bob Martin wants another timeout. This time he wants a full timeout, so we'll take the break with him. You're watching Baldwin Sports Live. Baldwin on top of Tonganoxie, 31-13 with 3:29 to play in the third.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide, or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes. Offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance, and a low 5-to-1 patient-to-caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Back inside Tonganoxie High School, it is 31-13 Baldwin on top of Tonganoxie. The Bulldogs have led the entire way tonight, but this second half they have now turned it over 4 times in this third quarter. Missed a few bunnies in this third quarter. And now Baldwin trying to make a substitution here, but they didn't get Carly Toot to the table in time during the timeout, so Frost will have to stay on the floor to start the restart here, and then the next dead ball, Toot will be able to come in. Whistle away from the ball, and an offensive foul called against Cheyenne Aaron underneath the basket.
A tough game offensively for Tonganoxie. Just not really able to get any rhythm in live ball action. Baldwin does such a good job just playing suffocating defense. And like you said, there's been some miscues. It hasn't been the cleanest game from Baldwin, but good defensive teams, they can kind of just create havoc and win games that aren't necessarily the prettiest, but a win is a win, and you'll take it.
Of course, we talk like it's in the bag, and we still have a whole quarter plus 3 minutes to play. But so far, haven't seen much tonight that would suggest Baldwin won't be able to hold on for this one. Especially, you feel like they're just one, kind of like we saw in the start of the second quarter, that quick 9-0 run they went on. You feel like you're just kind of one of those runs away from Baldwin really just kind of putting the hammer down on this one.
Maybe another, 9-0 Reichard run.
Yeah. Neufeld unable to finish on that one. Isaacs the rebound for Tongi. And more than anything, I guess that feeling perhaps comes from the fact that it's just been a really tough night on this end of the floor for Tonganoxie. Offensively, they have just had a tough go of it tonight. Turnovers aside, they've got 14 of those, but just the shots aren't falling for them tonight.
Their field goal percentage has to be extremely low.
And now they'll head back to the free throw line where they've also had an extremely low percentage. Just 3 of 12 at the line in this game. A couple of chances coming up for Cheyenne Aaron. This will be her first attempt at the line, so you can't hang the 3 of 12 on Cheyenne tonight, but we'll see if she improves it or adds to the woes at the line tonight. Here's the first of 2, and it is off the front iron, no good. The foul, by the way, was on Carly Neufeld. That's her 4th. She comes out of the game along with Lang. Those Reichard, Frost, Toot, and the Smith sisters on the floor right now. Another 0 for 2 trip to the line for Tonganoxie. Travel called on Frost before she got that ball up off the window. That is now 10 Baldwin turnovers, with half of those coming in this quarter. Not the game film that either coach is going to use for a fundamental tape. There's another Tonganoxie turnover. Not had a lot of rhythm or flow to this game, but such is life sometimes. Sometimes you just have those games.
Yeah, coaches will always find teaching points in every game film.
No, they'll find plenty of those. I mean, you're not going to use this one to show how the execution should look, although that worked pretty good there from Riley Smith on the drive, and now a dozen points in this one, which matches her season high. Lead is 20 for the Bulldogs. There's a turnover again. Bailey Smith the steal. Riley taking a lot of contact there. No whistle. Rebounded by Lang.
Would have been like a James Harden-esque and one there. No call, though. Almost got it to drop off the glass.
Harden would have ended up on the floor into the somersault, and then, he'd have sold it a lot more.
No comment on that.
Foul is called on Marin Frost, her first.
I think Bailey Smith's had a really good game defensively. A lot of steals, a lot of nice passes on the offensive end. Putting in some good minutes off the bench. I love to see that.
And she's likely going to get quite a few the rest of the way, with Neufeld now having 4 fouls.
Very true.
Inside the ball dock. Almost stuck that one in the elbow of the rim, but instead we'll head to the free throw line, which I'm not sure is a good thing for Tonganoxie tonight.
Fouls really starting to pile up a little bit, though, for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that puts them over the limit as well in the second half already, with still time to play in the third quarter. It was the second on Riley Smith, and they're a free throw goes through for Hattie Bulldog.
Usually okay with that as a coach, though, especially when you're playing good defense. You want to be physical. Sometimes you just get a little over physical.
The Bulldog gets them both. 1:14 to play in the third. It's 33-15. Baldwin lead. Inside to Carly Toot, who scores. Seba on the extra pass from Aaron, and my goodness, there's just a lid down there. That ball did everything but go in. Reichert was trying to second guess that pass as she was releasing it and ends up throwing it into triple coverage to turn it over, but Baldwin gets it right back. Frost with a steal. Smith calling for it out of the wing. Frost gives it up to Toot, now to Smith, the other Smith, and now Bob Martin hollers out one shot. With Baldwin up by 20 and 20 seconds left in the quarter. Riley Smith with the ball, 10 seconds left in the quarter. Now gives it up to Frost. 6 seconds.
Goodness, that's not what you wanted for the last shot. Now Tonganoxie will get a chance.
I tell you, it has been one of those nights. It's a third foul on Riley Smith.
Just kind of like a disjointed type game. No real rhythm.
4 seconds left.
I'll take as many disjointed games as you give me if we get a 20-point lead.
We head to the fourth. Baldwin up 35-15 here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Off to the fourth we go. Baldwin on top of Tonganoxie 35-15 here on Baldwin Sports Live tonight. It's been Baldwin all the way. He's looking to close it out in this final 8 minutes now. Sunderland lost her footing on the drive, able to get rid of the ball before she committed the turnover. Now inside to Isaacs. Bank shot doesn't go. And tapped out of bounds by Reichert. It stays with Tonganoxie. Tonganoxie by quarters so far in this game. 4 points in the first, 5 points in the second, 6 points in the third. They have slowly creeped it up a little bit better each quarter, but they still have 4 more turnovers than points tonight after that one. Their 19th turnover of the game. Smith weaving through traffic, then throws it out of bounds.
Just need a little bit more patience there. Neufeld was trying to kind of flare to the corner. I think she would have open look for a three. But sometimes that's what I'm talking about. You get a little panic, a little get in the lane and just throw it away.
Siva hands to Sunderland.
Shutting off every single drive opportunity, though. Great help, great rotation. It's great defense to watch.
Good skip pass. Siva over to Aaron. Finally, they were able to get the lid off from beyond the arc. First 3 of the game for Tonganoxie. It's a 17-point game with 6:54 to play. You don't want to allow Tonganoxie to get this deficit down around that 10 points or so and start feeling like they've got a chance in a game that's been controlled throughout by Baldwin. But the Bulldogs have not helped their cause here as of late as the turnovers have started to pick up. The offense has gone a bit stagnant. Baldwin has made just 2 shots over the last 7 minutes of game time.
You almost get the feel like they're kind of just on cruise control right now, trying to see this game out and not let anything happen, but you got to be careful doing that. Still execute your offense.
Smith, back and forth it goes between her and Reichert, and there's a nice baseline jumper by Reichert. 14 in the game for Alyssa.
Really nice job by Smith. Get the drive cut off. Just look out, kick it out for an open shot.
Reichert reached in there trying to rake that ball out from Isaacs. Runner by Lang, kissed in. Her first basket of the game, and it's 37-20. Neufeld up at the top of the key, had 8 points in the first quarter, but hasn't scored since. Now Smith off the feed from Neufeld, a little short on the three-point try. Hattie Baldock pulls down her 10th rebound of the game. And now fires up a three in and out. Smith the rebound. Quickly into Reichert. Out it comes to Neufeld.
Almost a travel there.
Reichert's three off the mark. Baldock another rebound. Timeout Tonganoxie. 5:17 left to play in the fourth. It's 37-20. Baldwin leading Tonganoxie on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
17-point Baldwin lead, 37-20 on top of Tonganoxie with 5:17 remaining in the fourth quarter. Been a wire-to-wire lead so far for Baldwin. Trying to get back to the 500 mark, which they will achieve for the third time this year if they do it. They were 1-1, 2-2, now trying to get to 3-3. They have still yet to be over 500 this year, with losses and wins alternating so far through their first 5 games of the season. Chance to get above the 500 mark if they can hold on for this one, and then host Piper coming up on Friday night here on Baldwin Sports Live. Tonganoxie's had a tough time offensively in this game, but starting to heat up here in the fourth quarter. You get the feeling like it may be a little too late situation for Tonganoxie as Seba knocks down the three. They've now scored 8 points already in this fourth quarter. That's their highest scoring quarter, and we've only played a little more than 3 minutes in this quarter, and now they're going to get the ball back again on another Baldwin turnover.
I mean, you got a 14-point lead, but you always get a little nervous when you get a made three and then a turnover, and momentum starts to maybe shift a little bit. But just got to dig in defensively, execute, do your job.
Yeah, that'll help Baldwin as Chieftains are called for being out of bounds on that handoff to Sunderland.
This is where you don't want to just, waste time. You don't want to play four corners offense by any means, but you can definitely take your time, get a good shot, work it around. That's exactly what Baldwin's looking to do.
Smith has it here. She has a dozen, which has matched her season high. Now Neufeld hasn't scored since the opening quarter. And she hit that buzzer-beating three to close out the first quarter. Started a 12-0 run at the time for Baldwin and really put them in control of this game. They have never felt not in control since, but really for the first time now, about the only time we've seen Tonganoxie feel like they have some life, and now they're going to have a chance at the free throw line as Emma Kate Lang is called for a loose ball foul after the missed three by Smith. A dozen rebounds in this game from Hattie Baldock, and now a chance at the free throw line to nibble away a little more at this deficit, which right now is 14 for Tonganoxie. 19 fouls, so 1-1 for Baldock. Lang back in for Tonganoxie as Baldwin makes a change as well, and Isabel Harvey checks out. Marin Frost back in. Here's the free throw on the front end of the 1-1. It's good for Baldock, who's now hit 3 in a row. After starting the game, 0 for 2 at the line. As a team, they are now 7 of 18 with that make, with 4 in a row going through. And it's a 12-point game again. And it's another Baldwin turnover. Well,
Yeah,
this is not going the way Bob Martin was anticipating the final minutes of this ballgame. As Baldwin has really started to stumble, but Tonganoxie can't get out of their own way either.
That's what I was going to say.
Teams right now.
Seems like every time it looks like the door might be just creaking open a little bit more for Tonganoxie, they just step on their own foot and trip through it.
36 combined turnovers in this game, and now a Baldwin timeout. 3:37 to go. We are not done yet. Baldwin still leading, but watching their lead dwindle away. 37-25. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
3:37 left to play. 37-25. Baldwin lead on top of Tonganoxie. The Bulldogs have led by as many as 22 in this game. They led by 20 to start this fourth quarter, but have been outscored in the period 10-2. Tonganoxie had 15 points in the first 3 quarters combined. They have 10 through the first 4:23 of this fourth quarter. They have trimmed that lead down to a dozen and have put themselves in a position where they could potentially make a run at this thing now. They will call a foul here on Seba after she came very close to coming away with another steal. Instead, commits her 3rd foul.
I give Tongi some credit defensively, though. They've been forcing Baldwin into some mistakes and playing a lot better defense than they did in that first half, first 3 quarters, I would say.
Yeah, no question.
Really extending the pressure out there. You can see it.
Yeah, Seba gets tangled up with Frost committing her 4th foul now.
Nasty fall. Hopefully she's all right.
They have one more to give. And Frost will remain in the game. And now Bob Martin wants another timeout. He'll keep it right here on a 30-second timeout. That leaves both teams with 1 timeout remaining. 3:23 left to go in the contest. And Baldwin on top of Tonganoxie, 37-25. Don't forget Rice Precision Manufacturing, always looking to add to their great team. They are located right there in Baldwin City, also in Houston, Texas, a fast-growing company that services many different industries, from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. State-of-the-art machine tools and a great work environment with excellent pay and competitive benefits makes Rice Precision Manufacturing a great team to be on. Inquire with an email to jobs@riceprecision.com. This Baldwin team looking to close out a victory here on the road tonight to get their second semester started, have been off since December 17th, the night that saw them lose by 3 to Spring Hill. Rebound by Sunderland after the Reichert miss. So a chance here for Tonganoxie to potentially get this deficit down to single digits. Stripped away by Smith. Out of bounds, stays with Tonganoxie. Back in comes Seba. For as little that went Tonganoxie's way through 3 quarters, the Chieftains have kept their heads in the game, and they have continued to battle, and things starting to go their way in this 4th period as that 3 misses by Lang, but an offensive rebound by Baldock, her 13th rebound of the game, will give her a chance at the free throw line to add 2 more to the Tonganoxie score line as the foul is committed by Frost after that Baldock rebound.
Yeah, Bulldogs been really good on the glass so far, but as of late kind of not finding a man to box out. And the bounces are just starting to bounce Tongie's way a little bit. Now she makes this 10-point game.
They've certainly turned it around at the free throw line, and give Baldock the credit for that, as she has made her last 6 free throws. The team was 3 for 14 at the line, and now they're 9 of 20, which still nothing to write home about, but 9 of 20 is a heck of a lot better than the 3 for 13 stretch they were on, and all 6 of those makes have come from Baldock. And now Reichert is called for a hold, trying to battle Baldock again for another rebound. That's 4 on Reichert, and we'll go to the other end of the floor for 2 more free throws for Hattie Baldock with still 2:48 to go, and she has a chance to make this an 8-point game.
And the shot's just not falling for Baldwin right now. I mean, it's not terrible looks. Neufeld, nice drive, penetrate, and kick out to Smith, but shot's not falling.
The free throws continue to fall for Baldock now, who's into double figures with 10 points. And has made this an 8-point game. Well, I would have never guessed it would get down to an 8-point deficit when Baldwin was up by 22 in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, all the credit in the world to Tongi. They've really come on this 4th quarter and competed. Could have been real easy just to pack it in. Got to play that 4th quarter out, but got them back into this.
Now Baldwin is not on cruise control now, or they shouldn't be anyway, because Tonganoxie has made a ball game out of this again. Rebound by Baldock after the Frost miss. A double-double effort tonight from Hattie Baldock. It's an 8-point game. Aaron looking to trim it closer, but missed the floater, and Neufeld the rebound for Baldwin. Baldwin just can't help themselves, right? They have to play close games. That's part of the thing this year. Every game has to be close, so they decided to let Tonganoxie back in this one. Tongue-in-cheek, of course, they did not do anything to let them. This has all been earned by Tonganoxie to get back in this one. Baldwin, they have got to come up with some answers here.
Yeah, that pressure of defense that they're just extending it. If they would have done this the whole game, maybe get up in. Well, now they're going to have to start fouling, obviously, because they're down 8. Got to stop the clock.
That's their final foul to give, so the next will put Baldwin at the line.
Yeah, all credit in the world for them in the 4th quarter, though. Now, if you can just make your free throws and execute at the line, should be getting back to 500 here, but we'll see.
It's Riley Smith who heads to the line. The Bulldogs have attempted only 6 free throws in this game compared to the 22 that Tonganoxie has taken. And Baldwin has made 4 of their 6 free throws on the night. This will be Riley Smith's first trip to the line, though. She is 10 of 17 on the year. 12 points tonight. 4 boards, 4 assists to go along with it. And does knock down the first free throw. Earns her a second one. And hits that as well. 10-point Baldwin lead.
They play good pressure defense without fouling here. You foul them, you send them to the line for 2, and they've been really good lately.
Lost out of bounds on the dribble. Lang turns it over.
It's another one of those nice traps in the corner. It's kind of, you just entice them like, oh, dribble down into the corner. And then you find a nice little trap down there and turnover.
90 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. Baldwin leading 39-29. Led by 20 to start this 4th quarter. Now Seba called for her 5th foul, so she just fouled out of this game with 1 minute and 22 seconds. Oh, I guess not. Maybe I must have given her one earlier that they charged to somebody else. as they have that as 4 on Seba. I thought it was a little odd that she would just give up a 5th foul like that. So it's 4 on Seba. Now it's Bailey Smith at the line, and she missed the front end. Ten-point game with a minute 15 to play. Good look to the backside to Baldock. Sunderland flipped a nice pass right in there to Baldock, who has 13 points to go along with 14 rebounds. 1 minute to play, 39-31 Baldwin. Laying out there, pestering Neufeld, trying to knock the ball free, does. Now Smith out near midcourt is wrapped up, and a foul is called on Cheyenne Aaron, her 3rd. 2 free throws for Riley Smith with 42 seconds to play. Or check that, a 1-and-1, I should say. Front end on the way and on the money.
She's got a nice smooth stroke from the line. I like her routine. Baldwin improved free throw shooting tonight than what we've seen in the early part of the year, so that's a good sign.
Wouldn't have thought it would come down to mattering in this one earlier on tonight, but it certainly has mattered here at the line late. They are 8 of 11 now, and they lead this game by 10 once again with 36 seconds to go. Neufeld on the glass. Grabbed by Baldock in the backcourt. So now Carly will have a chance to get her first points since the first quarter for Baldwin.
Yeah, that's another thing Tongie's done a good job of, is kind of keeping Neufeld out of the lane, getting up into her face on the line, not letting her get any open looks.
There was the 10th foul on Tonganoxie, so it's 2 shots for Carly. Looked like it might be a big offensive night for Neufeld after she scored 8 in the first quarter of this game. Chance to get into double figures for the 4th time this year, but it rims out for her. .11 Baldwin lead. 3-pointer off the heel, rebounded by Emily Taylor, who's in for the first time, and throws it out of bounds. Final 7 seconds. Baldock missed it. Toot rebounds it. And it was not the prettiest of ball games for Baldwin. There's no doubt about that. But a win is a win. They'll certainly take it. And Baldwin has improved back to the 500 mark as they pick up a 42-31 victory tonight. Bulldogs now 3-3 on the year as Tonganoxie drops their 3rd straight to fall to 2-4. We'll take a timeout, wrap it all up for you on the post-game show right after this. Don't go anywhere, though. We got a whole other ball game coming up tonight. The boys' game still to come here on Baldwin Sports Live. Once again, your final, Baldwin 42, Tonganoxie 31 here on Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome into the Baldwin Sports Live girls post-game show tonight following a 42-31 Baldwin victory over Tonganoxie as the Bulldogs improved to 3-3. They are perfect 9-0 against Tonganoxie since the series started back in 2014. Tonganoxie suffering their third straight loss to drop to 2-4 overall tonight. Well, Baldwin won't apologize for winning the ball game, but there are certainly going to be some things to talk about for Bob Martin and Eric Toot and Carol Lee, the coaching staff of this Baldwin team. A lot of things they want to clean up after this game. They turned it over 16 times. They send the opponent to the line 22 times. All in all, though, they win the ball game. That's the most important thing, I suppose, coming out of a game like this. First game back, haven't played in over 2 weeks. So get back on the floor, you pick up a W, and hopefully you can use that to kind of springboard into a couple more victories and get over the 500 mark for the first time later this week.
Yeah, that'd be nice to get a winning record over the 500 mark. But I mean, the positives though, they shot the ball well in that first half. They made a lot of threes, got themselves a nice little lead, shot the ball from the line pretty well, forced some turnovers. So it wasn't all bad, but that second half kind of just got a little disjointed offensively, and you got to give Tonganoxie some credit, honestly. They started shutting off those drives and in those open looks from three, and so they got themselves back into the game. But like you said, never apologize for winning a game, and they'll take it.
A game that Baldwin led by 22 at one point, and it was down to as little as 8 there in that fourth quarter. With under a minute to go, it was right at a minute to go. It was 39-31 before a few free throws close it out and give the Bulldogs a 42-31 victory. 2 in double figures tonight, led by Riley Smith with a season-high 16 points. She also had 4 rebounds and dished out a season-high tying 4 assists. Alyssa Reichert in double figures with 14 tonight to go along with 4 rebounds as well. It's her biggest scoring night since the opener when she had 16 against Paola. Carly Neufeld finishes the night with 9 points. Carly, too, added 3 to round out the Bulldogs scoring. Leading rebounder in this game was the duo of Reichert, Riley, and Bailey Smith. They each pulled down 4 boards. Smith's 4 assists. Riley Smith, that has led the way there. For Tonganoxie, Hattie Baldock, a big individual effort. 13 points, 14 rebounds. Double-double from Hattie Baldock tonight. Reagan Seba also in double figures with 10 points to go along with a team-leading 3 assists. Pulled down 5 boards as well. Emma Sunderland, 2 points, 2 assists, and 8 rebounds. Cheyenne Aaron with 3 points, and Brooklyn Lang rounds out the Tonganoxie scoring with 2 points. But a 42-31 win. Baldwin's defense forcing Tonganoxie into 22 turnovers in this game, and the Chieftains left a lot of points out there at the free throw line. They finished the game making 8 of their last 8 free throws, going 6 for 6 in the fourth quarter, but for the game, just 11 of 22 at the foul line for Tonganoxie. Baldwin went 9 of 13 at the line and outshot Tonganoxie 4-2 from beyond the three-point line, so a 6-point advantage there as well. 42-31, the victory. Baldwin will be back in action coming up Friday night when they host Piper right here on Baldwin Sports Live. Tip-off scheduled for 6 o'clock between Baldwin and Piper. Coming up next, it's the boys' game as the Baldwin Bulldogs look to continue what's been their best start in many years, as they are now 4-1, winners of 4 straight games for the first time in 8 seasons. Can they make it 5 in a row, and in doing so, knock off the number 5 ranked team in the 4A polls, the Tonganoxie Chieftains? That's coming up next here on Baldwin Sports Live. Once again, your final in the girls' game, Baldwin 42, Tonganoxie 31.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient-to-caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health. Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back into the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show for our second game of the doubleheader tonight. The boys' game getting set to take place here in Tonganoxie tonight, along with Ryan Hilmer. I'm Bryce Kessler. A good one on tap for you in this nightcap. 4-1 Baldwin, 4-2 Tonganoxie. The Chieftains started the year 4-0. After they won their first league title in 35 years last season, 15 wins a year ago. They started this year ranked in the top 10 polls in Class 4A. They remain there, but they have lost back-to-back games, and those two losses have both come since the last poll came out. They may not be in that ranking when the next poll is released next week, but that doesn't change the fact that this is another chance for Baldwin to kind of put another feather in their cap for what's been a tremendous start to the year for the Baldwin Bulldogs, who have already, in just 5 games, doubled up their win total from a year ago. A 2-19 season last year for Baldwin, now 4-1 with 4 straight victories, including a 45-42 win over Spring Hill to close out their first semester, to give them their first 4-game winning streak since January of 2014. If you don't remember how that one ended on that Friday back on December 17th, it was a Devin Prather free throw to put Baldwin up by 1 in the closing seconds. Then a steal resulting in a jump ball. The possession arrow favored Baldwin, and on the inbound pass, the best way to walk off a win if you can on a basketball floor, a lob into Cole Mahaffey, who was streaking down the floor, and he put the exclamation point on the victory with a two-handed dunk to put Baldwin in the winning column with a 45-42 victory over the Spring Hill Broncos. So what do we have in store for an encore? Well, we're going to find out, but this is a Baldwin team that certainly does not lack for confidence right now, Ryan, as they have found a way to win 4 in a row, and it seems like it's been a different guy not only every night, but every quarter it seems almost. There's just different guys stepping up all the time, making big plays for this Baldwin team.
Yeah, the Bulldogs like to spread out the attack, and that's a sign of a good team playing together. Nobody better or bigger than the team, and moving the ball around. But Baldwin, I think, you just show up to the gym. I don't think it really matters who the other team is. It don't matter the number next to them, the name next to them. I think they got a chance against just about anybody when they show up to the gym and play together and play their game. So see what happens tonight. Should be a good game, but we'll see what we got in store.
Caleb Carr leads this team in scoring for Baldwin at 17 points per night. He has been in double figures all 5 games. Also the leading assist man at 4.5, and leads the team at just over 3 steals per game. Cole Mahaffey, second of the team in scoring at 15 per night. He, like Carr, has scored in double figures every game this season and is pulling down 6.5 rebounds per night. Their leading rebounder is Sam Darnell at 8 boards. Devin Prather second behind him at 7. And then Joey Zimbecki, their third leading scorer, who's second the team in assists. Again, pointing to that point of it's just different guys all across the board. Every one of their starters is either first or second in one of the main statistical categories, which is unheard of to have all 5 guys producing at a high level in some form or fashion.
I mean, that's insane. That's a sign of a great team. That's just no individual, great. I mean, it's a lot of great individuals, but when you play together as a team, it just all comes together, and it's beautiful to watch, honestly. I'm loving it.
On the other side for Tonganoxie, I mentioned that they were a 15-win team a year ago. They won their first league title in 35 years, but there's always the but. They lost 3 top scorers and their 4 top rebounders. So they have had to try to reload this year, and it looked like things were going just fine as they started the year 4-0 with victories over Lewisburg, Atchison, Metro Academy, and KC Turner. But then all of a sudden it got a little tougher with Eudora and Lansing in their final 2 games before the break, both resulting in losses. A 61-48 loss to Eudora, a 54-51 loss to Lansing. Both those games were on the road, so now they get a return back home where they're 3-0 on the season and try to get back in the win column themselves and try to take down the hot Baldwin team. It's a group that returns 2 starters from last year's 15-win team, Andrew Wilson and Zane Novotny. Wilson, the leading returning scorer at 8 points a game. Novotny at 6 points a game last year, pulled down 3 rebounds and dished out a team best 3 assists per game. Those are the only 2 guys, though, that return with any significant minutes from a year ago. So a team now that's 6 games into their new season. So they've got some guys who are starting to get a little more feel for this varsity floor. But again, a Tonganoxie team that has confidence from a year ago, a great season, probably the best they've had maybe ever in terms of their basketball success. But now new faces kind of taking on some of those roles. We'll see if the break did them some good to try and kind of collect their breath after a hot start and then back-to-back losses.
Yeah, it's always interesting, like we talked about before the girls' game, coming off of a little extended break, couple weeks off. Kind of expect offensively be a little bit of a struggle, not knocking down some shots, but we'll see what happens. Defensively, though, Baldwin's been good all year, creating some turnovers, getting some good pressure and getting out on the break and running. So if they can do that tonight, get some easy buckets and take a little bit of pressure off themselves to make so many shots from the outside, I think they'll have a fun night tonight and have a good one.
We're not far away from finding out. Baldwin and Tonganoxie coming up shortly. Back with the starting lineups right after this.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Baldwin and Tonganoxie coming up shortly here on Baldwin Sports Live as we take a look here tonight at your starting lineups for this ball game, and for Baldwin Bulldogs, it's been working. No reason to switch anything up. Everybody's healthy. We had a slight scare with Sam Darnell in the closing minutes of that ball game against Spring Hill in the final one before the break, but Sam's ready to go, and that's a good thing because he is certainly one of those energy bringers for this team. Their leading rebounder, and he'll start tonight. The 6'4" junior, number 25, pulling down 8 rebounds a game and averaging 5.5 points per game as well. Devin Prather, a 5'11" senior, 3 points and 7 rebounds per game, which is second best on the team. Cole Mahaffey, a 6'4" senior, number 22, averaging 15 points per night, second best on the team, and third on the team in rebounding at 6.5 boards per night. Caleb Carr, a 5'10" junior, number 13, the leading scorer at 17 points per night, leads the team in assists as well, averaging 4.5 assists per game. And maybe the best skill he has, aside from all of those, is his just knack for finding a way to steal the basketball. Averages over 3 steals per game defensively. And rounding out the starting lineup is Joey Zembecki, a 5'8" sophomore who's averaging 6 points, and he is second on the team at 2.5 assists per game. For the Chieftains, starting lineup for the 4-2, number 5 ranked team in Class 4A, Tonganoxie Chieftains. Kyler Keatsman, a 6'2" senior, number 12. Andrew Wilson, their leading returning scorer, a 6'2" senior, number 13. Caleb Clark, 6'4" junior, number 14. Mike Conroy is a 5'8" senior, number 22. And Zane Novotny, along with Andrew Wilson, the 2 returning starters from last year's Frontier League champions. Novotny, number 23, is a 6' senior. Head coach of the Chieftains is Phil Jones, assisted by Chris Reed Pinson and Nick Johnson. The Bulldogs head man is Don Blanchett, assisted by Pete Carr, Johnny McDermott, and Levi Watts. Your opening tip is next on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to. At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
Along with Ryan Hilmer, I'm Bryce Kessler. Glad you're with us here on Baldwin Sports Live tonight as we bring you Bulldog basketball in the new year. Hopefully everybody had a safe, happy holiday season there with Christmas and the new year and everything else as we are glad to be back in a gym, ready to go here in this new 2022 year. The girls got things started out right for Baldwin tonight with a 42-31 victory earlier. And now the boys look to keep their hot start going in this 2021-2022 season. After losing the opener at Paola, the Bulldogs have reeled off 4 consecutive victories and have a whole new confidence from what we've seen from Baldwin Hoops the last couple of years, where they have had a tough time finding victories. But this year, this is a team that if you have not tuned in to watch any of their games here on Baldwin Sports Live, or if you have not made it out to the gym to watch them play, they are a fun watch every night. A team that plays fundamentally sound basketball. They play with a good pace, a good tempo to them. They are a full team basketball, as we mentioned earlier. All 5 starters either lead the team or are second to the team in one of the main categories, stats categories of points, scoring, rebounding, and assists. So this is a fun group of guys to watch play some hoops, and
I definitely recommend, if you haven't been out, to come out and watch, because this is what basketball is supposed to look like. It's beautiful. I love it.
This game here tonight, I think, should be played at a pretty high level between Baldwin and Tonganoxie. The wild card here is the 2.5 weeks they've had off.
Yep.
And that's the one thing. If this game were played back in mid-December when both these teams were in their rhythm, I feel like we need to see a high-flying, up and down, very high-level play basketball game. It may be a little rushed to kick off early on. Who knows? We'll find out. And perhaps not. Perhaps both these teams will pick up right where they left off. The opening tip is brought to you by Baldwin City's Recreation Commission. Calling all baseball fans. I know we're a basketball game here tonight, but baseball fans, basketball fans, don't matter. Sports fans, reserve your seat on the Baldwin City Recreation Commission Summer Baseball Tour, July 22nd through the 29th. A week-long bus tour that includes 5 big league games, some museum tours, a lot more. See all the details and reserve your spot today at baldwinrec.org. The trip is limited to the first 50 people who reserve their seat on the Ultimate Sports Fan Getaway, the Summer Baseball Tour, this July with Baldwin City Recreation Commission. The Bulldogs will get first crack at it here tonight. Caleb Carr, the point guard on this team, leads the team in scoring, assisting, and steals. Enters it down to Darnell. Sam, a little up and under move, gets the roll. Well, just like that, ball's been on the board, 2-0 on their opening possession. That's how they started against Spring Hill. They went to Darnell for some scoring early on. Darnell in that game against Spring Hill ended up with 13 points and 5 boards before exiting late after taking a shot to the face. Here's a 3 on the way, and right through the cup it goes for Zane Novotny. Just like that, Tonganoxie gives us our first lead change. A possession each, a bucket each.
See Doggy coming out in a man-to-man defense. Sorry, Bryce.
Mahaffey, drive and finish.
Just like that, I was getting ready to say it's going to be critical for Baldwin to get some dribble penetration, get some lanes, find some ways into that bucket, and then when they start to collapse, you can kick it out for those threes. But early, I'd like to see him penetrate.
Carr nearly comes up with another steal, one of the best in the state at that art.
Not privy to the details, but looks like perhaps a new haircut for Caleb Carr. Fresh one, maybe. Looks a little shorter on the back. Not that it matters.
The official had to come say something to Carr after. I don't know.
I
what,
saw that.
Maybe
he was complimenting his haircut.
Here's a 3 again on the way from Novotny. That one not quite as much rhythm to that 3, and Prather boards it for the Bulldogs. Carr to Darnell, got caught with a travel. I thought the first time, in that first possession of the move he made, it looked like he may have gotten a quick start with the feet and didn't get called the first time. This time they do call him for the travel.
Yeah, it just gets a little sped up there and get both pivot foots moving at the same time. Carr's got to be careful, though, on that when he kind of drove in there and extended his elbow a little bit. Could have been called for a charge. Got lucky.
It's Novotny. Gives it up. Back up top, Wilson. This is the guy that is their leading returning scorer, Andrew Wilson, 13 in white. He and Novotny, the only 2 guys who came back with any extensive experience at all from last year's Frontier League champion team. And now Wilson is called for a travel. Kind of had his body get hooked a little bit on the defender, and it caused him to come back down and take an extra step. 4-3 Baldwin early on. A couple of early lead changes already. Mahaffey was able to get to the cup and finish once, and now he does it again.
It's nice. I love when Mahaffey just puts his head down, cradles that ball, gets to the rim, lays it up there. There's not a ton of size for Tonganoxie, as you can see, so Mahaffey should really dominate.
Of course, if you start playing off to protect that, he's a guy that can knock down the jumper for the outside as well. Novotny creates and sets up Caleb Clark for that bucket. 6-5 with 5:12 left to play, and now it's Mahaffey again from in tight on the bounce pass feed by Carr. Well, I realize we're only 3 minutes in, but neither team really looks like they have a whole lot of rust to kick on. Both executing very well to start this ball game. Carr matched up with Wilson. Drive and a kick outside to Keatsman. Back up top. Three-pointer from Novotny off front iron. Prather tracks down the long rebound. Carr so controlled in transition. Gives to Zembecki. Now back to Carr. On the baseline all the way through. Has Mahaffey in the corner. Finds him. Lines up the three and left it just short.
Great offensive execution, though, from Carr, though. You get down in there and they double team you. Somebody's open.
3-point Baldwin lead. Wilson wants a screen. Clark comes out there. Now Wilson pulls the trigger after Carr started sagging off, trying to find a way underneath the screen.
You can already see early you're going to have to get a hand up on all these shooters.
Wilson's three ties the game at 8.
See Baldwin offensively like to spread the floor, get those two corners, get guys in the corners, and then get some dribble penetration from the top.
Mahaffey shut off on the baseline. Now comes back, pulls up mid-post. Won't go. Novotny the rebound. Quickly up to Wilson. Drives all the way in, but missed it.
Ooh, yeah, I was going to say.
Looked like Carr was going to get away with it for a moment. It went off his chest as he was trying to come back in play. I don't think he ever established himself back in bounds. And so
that was a nice job by the officials getting that one right, communicating.
And the official at the baseline, his back was he couldn't see it go off of Carr's chest, but the official over on the sideline was able to communicate that with him. Tied up at 8, 3:14 left in the quarter. Wilson lost his footing, able to get rid of it out to Novotny, and that's 3 triples already for Tonganoxie.
I already see Wilson and Novotny are going to be some shooters. You can't sag off of them.
3:02 to go in the first quarter, an 11-8 lead for the Chieftains. One tie, 3 lead changes already. Mahaffey trying for the answer. Carr, the offensive rebound. Gives to Prather, missed it.
Nice pass,
but
though.
Darnell there for another offensive rebound. Mahaffey straight to the cup, and a blocking foul will put Cole at the free throw line for 2 shots.
Prather just couldn't quite get that layup to go, but it was a great pass from Carr, a little slip pass in there.
2 shots coming up for Cole Mahaffey on the season. He is 67% of the line, 8 out of 12. Baldwin to the bench for the first time tonight. Riker Grossner checks in. Sophomore, 6'1", averages 5 points, 3.5 rebounds per game. And both free throws left short by Mahaffey. 3-point lead for Tongi. Novotny was open for a moment, flips behind his head, and in and out on the finger roll by Keatsman. Tap back out, Wilson will give another possession to Tonganoxie. Wilson will set it up back near midcourt. 2:15 to play in the period, 11-8 Chieftains. Novotny spins into the paint, finishes on the left side.
Wow, really impressed by the game from Novotny so far in this first quarter. That was a nice spin move. Darnell looked like he had the help there and spun right past him.
Under 2 to play as Tonganoxie's opened up their largest lead at 5 points. And Don Blanchett will take a timeout with 1 minute and 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. So both teams executing well to start this game. No rush to knock off to this point, and if you're Baldwin right now, you've got to adjust to that 3-point line. They have given Novotny a couple of really good looks. It's one thing if they're going to knock down threes with a hand in their face, but so far they've hit 3 threes, and they've really been 3 uncontested threes.
Yeah, you got to give Tonganoxie credit, too, because they're moving the ball well offensively and really executing their plan offensively. Both teams really doing a good job much more of a rhythm and a pace to this one so far than we had in our first game.
Everything for Baldwin has come in tight pretty much. Mahaffey has 6 points, all coming near the basket, and Sam Darnell as well with the first bucket. A mid-range shot from Darnell that got the Bulldogs on the board. Now Zimbecki.
Oh, yeah.
Something about that didn't look right, and it's a travel called on Zimbecki, just the second Baldwin turnover.
Threw a little token 2-3 zone at him coming out of the timeout there. You'll see teams do that every now and then. You go and draw a play for man-to-man, and then you come out and it's a zone.
Novotny off to a hot start, 8 points, an assist, a near third three there. Rims out, but an offensive board by Keatsman. And then a travel called on Conroy. Novotny with a little pressure in the backcourt before the inbound pass. A substitution here. Braden Gibson comes on for Tonganoxie. 6-foot junior replaces Conroy.
Now they're going to stay in that zone, get Darnell to the high post. Nice swing pass.
Zimbecki strong on the three-point attempt. Keatsman the rebound. Quickly pushing it up to Wilson. Fires underneath to Gibson. Nothing there. Back up top, Novotny. Now Prather in the air. Flipped it behind his head, but Keatsman was no longer home. They are able to keep the possession alive, though. Wilson crosses up Carr. Lob to the sideline. Nobody there, and a turnover, Tonganoxie. 52 seconds to play in the first. 8-0 run currently for Tonganoxie. From down 8-5, now up 13-8. Grossner from the corner, off the side of the backboard. But Darnell there for the offensive rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Gibson. Baldwin keeps it with 35 seconds to play in the quarter.
There's that typical hustle we talk about from Sam Darnell, tracking down every loose ball. You're going to... Sorry, Bryce, going to have to get somebody to that high post there and then get some good ball movement. Maybe some dribble penetration. That's how you break down a zone. Ooh.
A collision between Carr and Keatsman after that deflected pass, and Skylar Keatsman gets called for the foul, his first. And it's just the second Chieftains foul of this first half. The Bulldogs have not committed a foul.
See, the reason they're going to this zone is they're going to make Baldwin try to shoot over it. Missed a couple outside shots early, but you know, guys like Mahaffey and Carr just getting to the rim at will almost when they're playing man-to-man. So a little turnover there.
Tied him up, and the jump ball sends it back to Tonganoxie. Yeah, Baldwin, I call them a streaky shooting team. Yes. At times they seem like they're a really good three-point shooting team, but for the year they're only 28% from downtown. So to this point anyway, it's looked like it's been a good plan for Tonganoxie, and that's been a good plan too. Let 23 shoot. Novotny buries his third three of the quarter. He's got 11 in this first quarter, and Tonganoxie leads 16-8 after one, thanks to a big first period from Zane Novotny. We're back with the second quarter right after this on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
16-8, Tonganoxie on top of Baldwin as we start this second quarter. Caden Englert has checked in for Baldwin. He joins Prather, Darnell, Carr, and Grosner. And Tonganoxie has Isaac Holthouse in there for the first time as well. Number 10 right there guarding the ball. This is Darnell inside. Floater misses, and Holthouse thought he was going to track down that rebound in the corner, then ran out of room, tried to save it, and it ends up thrown off of Wilson. So a break for Baldwin. They get a second chance here.
Opportunity to run one of those baseline inbounds plays, but it's a little different against the zone.
Prather quickly out to Carr on the wing, left side, on the money.
There you go. Maybe we can get a little streak going on that streaky shooting team, like you mentioned. See one go in, and then everybody else gets a little bit of a confidence boost.
That ends an 11-0 run by Tonganoxie. It's 16-11. Chieftains with the lead. A lot of that's because of Novotny. Zane Novotny down here in the corner near side has the ball here. 11 points, including 3 3-pointers already from Zane.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to go underneath ball screens on Novotny.
Gibson kicks it out to Novotny. Carr there to contest that three.
Much better.
Misses, but Holthouse there for the offensive rebound and a putback.
Better defense on Novotny by Carr, but just not boxing out properly and giving up the offensive rebound, second chance.
Big play with the sophomore. Holthouse in for the first time to start this second quarter, and he delivers. Carr pulls up off the dribble off left iron.
Darnell
saved
again.
by Darnell, yep. They took advantage of that second chance last time down. Englert from the corner. Missed that three badly, and it's out of bounds over to Tonganoxie. 18-11 Chieftains, 6:05 to play in a half. And back on for Tonganoxie comes Mike Conroy and Kyler Keatsman.
Yeah, you can't panic right now if you're the Bulldogs. Those shots aren't falling, a lot of them from the outside, but the zone looks like to be frustrating them a little bit. If you could just force some turnovers defensively, get out and run in transition, get some easy buckets, that could help out a bunch.
Wilson got in tight and finishes.
He's a good player. Him and Novotny, two good players for Tongi.
Carr trying to create off the dribble. Off front iron. Prather down there amongst 3 Chieftains ends up committing a foul. When it was all said and done, good effort there by Prather, trying to battle those 3 opponents down there, but ends up committing his first and the team's first foul with 5:32 left to play in the first half. Zimbecki and Mahaffey check back in as the Bulldogs now have their starting 5 back on the floor.
See if they get Mahaffey in kind of that high post roll, trying to break that zone. Such a good penetrator, and he can dish it off if they double him there on that high post.
Knocked out of the hand of Conroy, last touched by Carr. Tonganoxie started the year 4-0. Had themselves up to the number 5 ranking in 4A. There's a 3 by Andrew Wilson. And again, credit Wilson. I mean, he's the one making the shot, but Baldwin just making it a little too easy on him. They're kind of shagging off there and giving him a good look.
Yeah, this is a crucial stretch of the game. You feel like you don't want to let this get away from you. You want a nice pass.
Prather can't finish. There was some contact there, but a good job Keatsman defending it. Missed layup on the other end, some contact there, and letting it play now as Darnell comes racing the other way. He fumbled it away. Jump ball is called. It will go to Tonganoxie.
I don't mind this pace, though. If Baldwin can kind of keep the game at this pace, kind of run up and down, I think it might favor the Bulldogs a little bit.
Well, and it'll help keep Tonganoxie from being able to establish that zone, get set up in there. And Baldwin certainly had better luck when this game was early on when Tongi was matched up. Darnell comes hobbling off the floor after that tie-up there. He comes limping to the sideline, so that's something we'll have to keep an eye on as Riker Grosner comes back into the game. And now away for the basketball. A foul is called on Isaac Holthouse of Tonganoxie.
I didn't see what happened
I
there.
didn't either.
We'll take it, though.
Baldwin down by 12. They have been outscored 18-3 since they led this game 8-5. Here he is, Mahaffey at that high post. Takes a quick shot, though, and missed it. Holthouse the rebound. Novotny, a long outlet up the floor. Grossner pushing from behind, picks up his first. Baldwin's second team foul, 4:10 left to play in a half.
Basically, you just can't get frustrated right now if you're Baldwin. You're going to have to start making shots eventually, and you will, but you just got to back screen there. Not a lot of communication from the Bulldogs defensively right now, you have to say. Getting caught on an inbounds play.
Novotny takes advantage for his 13th point of this first half. Carr's pass deflected and stolen. Holthouse gives it up to Conroy. Back up top, Novotny thought about pulling the trigger again. That would have been more of the heat check variety right there.
I think he's earned it, though.
Yeah, he's hit 3 trays already, has 13 points. He and Andrew Wilson, we talked about those two being the key players for Tonganoxie, and they've combined for 21 of the 25 so far. 5-second call, a little bit too much dribbling there from Braden Gibson.
And that's all Zembecki. He just gets up in you and just won't let you get around him. It's so good on the ball defensively. He does a great job that time.
Baldwin will take a timeout. 25-11 with 3:27 to go in the first half. Tonganoxie, the early lead of the Bulldogs here on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
(25-11). Tonganoxie with the lead. 3:27 left to play in the first half. We had 3 lead changes and a tie early on in the opening couple of minutes of this ball game. But after Baldwin led 8-5, Tonganoxie went on an 11-0 run to close out the first quarter, and it put the Chieftains up by 11, or make that up by 8 at the end of the quarter. They would extend that here in the second quarter, and now they're in the midst of a 9-0 run to lead 25-11.
It's been their 2-3 zone defense that they've went to that's really bothered Baldwin.
Mahaffey catches on the high elbow. Back to the corner to Carr, who has hit the only 3-pointer so far. The Bulldogs' dangerous pass. Mahaffey, 15-foot pull-up off left side and a push underneath. Wilson, I think, is the guilty party here. We'll check the call from the official. Instead of 13, they call on 12, Keatsman.
Great effort from Prather down low, getting that second opportunity and drawing a foul.
Zembecki from the corner.
That's a big 3.
No question. Prather on the assist. Zembecki with a tray, and it's 25-14.
Baldwin desperately needed somebody to knock down a bucket. Uh-oh.
But they give it right back with a wide open tray from Mike Conroy.
It's probably not going to make Don Blanchett happy.
You can see that there's been some frustration early on as they've already used 2 timeouts in this game, and now a turnover leads to a lay-in from Wilson, who joins Novotny into double figures for Tonganoxie. A Baldwin team that is giving up 49 points per game this year, and they've had 30 hung on them here in the first half with still 2.5 to go.
Yeah, right now they just need to get some more ball fakes, and I mean, Tongi's just really jumping every single pass and every opportunity. See that shot fake was a nice job there.
Keatsman the rebound, and back come the Chieftains. Tonganoxie feeling good down on this end of the floor. They have had little resistance, and there's a travel committed by Caleb Clark. Caden Englert will come back on for Baldwin. Isaac Holthouse returns for Tonganoxie. And to me, even as much of the frustration as there's been offensively for Baldwin, to me it's the defensive end of the floor right now is where I think there should be more frustration, and that's where if they're gonna turn this game back around. I mean, yes, you got to score, and you can't win a basketball game without scoring points, but you got to get some stops as well, and to me that's where it's going to have to start for them.
Absolutely agree with you there.
A break here as Wilson unable to control that rebound after the Mahaffey miss, so another chance for Baldwin. I'd like to see him here in this final 137 get this lead back around 10 or so, the deficit I should say, back to around 10 or so. That'll help if it goes, and it does. So that cuts the 6-point gap in half. A minute 20 left. Carr swiped it away from Wilson, lost it into the bench though.
See, offensively, Tonganoxie does a lot of off-ball screening, try to get guys open. You just got to have really good communication and switching if you're Baldwin. It's been lacking a bit this first half, but a lot of game left.
Kick into the corner. Wilson now with it. Brings it to the high post to Clark. Under a minute to play in the half. Wilson may have got away with a push off. Now finds his man in the corner, Conroy, who drills another three. The three ball is flying through the hoop tonight for Tonganoxie. Carr into a double team, nothing there for him. Wilson, long outlet, up to Conroy for two. 35-17 with 24 seconds to play.
Frustration starting to mount a little bit for Baldwin.
Tonganoxie has already hit 7 threes in this first half.
Well, I'd say the majority of those were wide open.
Yep. It's an 18-point Tonganoxie lead in the final seconds of this first half. Carr on the drive, and a block shot by Caleb Clark. Novotny got one man to go by, and then airballs that long three. Holthouse saves it, and they did not get the shot off in time. We have reached the half, and the Tonganoxie Chieftains here on their home floor, they are not missing a beat after the couple of week layoff. They have come out firing on all cylinders. 35-17. Tonganoxie leads Baldwin at the break. The Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show is coming up next here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes. Offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance, and a low 5-to-1 patient-to-caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome to the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show in Tonganoxie tonight, and it's the Chieftains on top of the Baldwin Bulldogs, 35-17 here at the break. Halftime show brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services. If you're looking for personal service from a local agent with a great company, then Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services is your guy. Give him a call at 785-594-1055. He and his team are proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they'd love to support you as well in your financial future. You'll see what I mean and visit with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. 35-17 Tonganoxie after 3 lead changes, 1 tie in that first half. Baldwin got off to a good start. This game early on looked like the type of game I thought we were going to see. Both teams executing at a high level, back and forth. It was Baldwin on top, then Tongi on top, then Baldwin back in front. The Bulldogs led 8-5, 3 minutes into the first quarter, and I thought, okay, buckle up, here we go. It'll be back and forth all night long. And then all of a sudden, one team made a pretty significant change. That was Tonganoxie. They opted to go to a zone defense, which seemed to really throw off the Baldwin offense. But then on the same token, the Tonganoxie offense just got red hot and took advantage of some wide open looks the Baldwin's defense gave them, and all of a sudden you blinked, and there was an 11-0 Tonganoxie run to go up 16-8, then a 9-0 run to go up 25-11, and then they close out the half on a 10-3 run to go up 35-17.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give a ton of credit to Tonganoxie on their offensive end. I mean, they work the ball around, they get some dribble penetration and just find open shooters, but at the same time, you can't lose the guys that you know are shooters, like Novotny and Wilson, I believe. But you got to have better communication, better closing out defensively, and start making these guys drive, put it on the basket, send them in towards Darnell and Prather in there, and maybe, do it that way. But, both ends just frustrating second quarter there offensively. They got to find a way to try to get some more penetration out of that 2-3 zone and maybe make some more outside shots. You're going to have to at some point.
Baldwin outscored 19-9 in that second quarter, and they've already given up 35 points. They're just 14 below their season average, what they give up, as Tonganoxie, a red-hot first half that saw them knock down 7 3-pointers in that first half. We'll be back with those first half numbers for you right after this. You're watching the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Here's a word from Farm Bureau.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered, to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals, both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you, face-to-face, to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
A 35-17 halftime lead for Tonganoxie on top of the Baldwin Bulldogs here on the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Those first half numbers for you. Tonganoxie a +3 on the glass right now. Both teams pretty similar in the turnover department. 5 for Tonganoxie, 6 for Baldwin. Baldwin with 4 assists, Tonganoxie with 3 assists so far. 7 3-pointers for Tonganoxie, 3 for Baldwin. Neither team scored at the free throw line. Tonganoxie didn't attempt a free throw. Baldwin attempted 2 but missed them both, as we only had a combined 6 fouls called in that first half. Leading scorer for the Chieftains is Zane Novotny, 13 first half points, 3 triples for Zane. 10 points as well from Andrew Wilson to go along with 3 rebounds and a team best 2 assists. Isaac Holthouse with 2 points, Caleb Clark with 2 points, and Mike Conroy with 8 points. He has a pair of threes as well for the Chieftains. Wilson's 3 boards leads the way, and I mentioned, Keatsman also has 3 boards, and then I mentioned the leading assist man in that first half was Andrew Wilson with a pair of them. For the Bulldogs, leading first half scorer was Cole Mahaffey, who had 9. And then nobody else with more than one bucket. Joey Zimbecki and Caleb Carr each with a lone three-pointer. And Sam Darnell, who had the game's first basket, has 2 points here at the break. Darnell leads the team in rebounding with 4 at the break. Devin Prather has 3. And Prather, along with Carr, each have a pair of assists to lead the Bulldogs. But Baldwin trailing 35-17 in this game. The Bulldogs have won 4 in a row. But of course, you got to go back to December 17th, the last time they played a ball game. So it's been a couple of weeks, but 2.5 weeks since they played a ball game. And I don't know if we can blame some rust on that or not, but certainly the Bulldogs are going to have their work cut out for them in this second half. Good news is we have seen Baldwin come from behind this year. In fact, they are 1-1 this year when trailing at the half, and they came from 10 down in the fourth quarter to beat Anderson, I should say, County, back in their second game of the year. So it's not unfamiliar territory for the Bulldogs, but they're going up against a pretty good team who's playing some pretty good basketball. It's going to be a tough second half, but certainly there's time left for Baldwin to pull this off.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it earlier, though. It's going to start on the defensive end. You're going to have to start seeing how many stops you can get in a row and maybe get out and run in transition would be my advice, and not let them set up that 2-3 zone. And they're very good at it, I will say that. And they get a lot of tip passes and create havoc down that end. So, yeah, I mean, you're just going to want to start defensively and get out in transition maybe and see what happens, maybe get a rhythm.
You've been watching the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, brought to you by your Baldwin City Farm Bureau agent Kelly Neufeld, there to help you protect what matters most. That's Kelly Neufeld and Farm Bureau Financial Services. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting and see how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. Farm Bureau Financial Services, it's your future. Let's protect it. Second half starts next here on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
(35-17). Tonganoxie with the lead as we welcome you back inside Tonganoxie High School along with Ryan Hilmer. I'm Bryce Kessler. And for Tonganoxie, same starting five that began the ball game out there for the Chieftains: Keatsman, Wilson, Clark, Conroy, and Novotny. For Baldwin, their same starting five. Actually, no, Sam Darnell will not start this second half. We saw him kind of roll an ankle, it looked like, late in that first half. And Riker Grosner will start the second half in his spot, along with Mahaffey, Prather, Carr, and Zimbecki. The Bulldogs led early by 3, but are down 18, their largest deficit of this ball game as we start the second half, and they get a decent look on that opening possession, but come up empty.
Like that first possession, though, was a nice job by Grosser trying to be aggressive, go right to the rim, try to up this tempo a little bit.
Can the Bulldogs get some stops down on this end, though? Tonganoxie hot shooting first half that saw him make 7 threes. And many of them wide open looks.
Not sure how long Darnell's going to be out on the bench, but it's going to be Prather and Mahaffey really going to have to do a good job rebounding on this end.
Another open look, but that time the 3 missed by Novotny, and Prather makes it a one-and-done trip for Tonganoxie.
Wow.
Carr has it stripped. Novotny knocked it loose, and back comes Tonganoxie. Wilson goes baseline, kicks to Novotny, who has another chance at another wide-open 3. In and out, Mahaffey the board. Carr all the way in, drives in, and finishes for Baldwin.
There you go, like we talked about it, just attack early and not let them get that 2-3 zone really set up.
Second basket tonight from Carr, 5 points, a couple of assists so far for Caleb. Conroy trying to get downhill, Zembecki cuts him off. And off Wilson. He's done a good job creating for Tonganoxie tonight. Around it goes. Novotny trying the opposite corner, in and out. So he's missed his first 3 threes of this second half. None of the 3 have missed by much. Mahaffey up top, Zembecki. Now Carr lines up a 3 and hits.
Nice confident stroke from Caleb Carr there. That was a big shot. 13-point deficit now, trying to get back into it.
Carr with the first 5 points of this second half. So Baldwin, the early returns in these first 2 minutes of the second half, positive out of that halftime break. Now Novotny on the steal, can't spin it in, or not the steal, the drive, and can't spin it in. Baldwin with numbers as Novotny was slow getting up. Out to Carr again, fires away. Caleb Carr with 8 straight to start the half.
That's huge from Caleb Carr. Great defense from Baldwin down there. Get out and run just like we talked about, and just like that, it's a 10-point game. Got all the momentum.
Timeout taken by Tonganoxie as Phil Jones will try to shut down some of that momentum that Ryan mentioned. First timeout taken in this game by Tonganoxie. Just a 30-second timeout used by the Chieftains. So just what the doctor ordered for Baldwin. They get some stops defensively, and then they get some buckets on the offensive end, including a pair of threes from Caleb Carr, who's hit 3 times now from downtown of the game. 11 points, and it's a 10-point contest.
It was a confident-looking stroke from Carr both times, too. That's what I love to see out of everybody out there. You got to be confident when you go up and shoot that. You got to think it's going to go in every single time.
So Tonganoxie with the basketball coming out of the timeout. Their 18-point lead down to 10, and it happened in the blink of an eye. 3 straight possessions. It's gone from 18 down to 10. Hand off to Gibson. Worked it behind the back. Kicks out Wilson in the corner. Tonganoxie has had some good looks early on. They haven't hit yet. So Baldwin, I don't know if they want to get too comfortable leaving those shooters open. You have to feel like it. At some point, they're going to have to cool off a little bit as they were so hot in that first half. But Novotny, by the way, has gone to the bench as well. He was late getting back into the play on the one before, and I don't know whether he perhaps suffered a little injury or something's got him on the bench, or just out there for on the bench for a breather early on in this third quarter. Long possession here for Tonganoxie.
Great on-ball defense from every Bulldog out there, moving their feet, staying in front of their man.
The benefits of no shot clock. Tonganoxie can continue to be patient, and eventually Zembecki reaches in and commits the foul. It's his first and only the 3rd foul they've committed in this game. They were only called for 2 in the first half. First of the second half. 4:25 left in the third.
Yeah, if you're Zembecki there, he's just got a little impatient. Be patient. He'll give you that ball. He'll put it out in front of you. He can get a steal. Just got caught reaching across the body.
Wilson pulls up for 3. Prather, nice strong rebound.
That's what Prather's going to have to do with Darnell on the bench. Great job so far.
Mahaffey fired away. Clark boxed off Prather, allows Keatsman to come collect the rebound. Midway through the third quarter, Baldwin has held Tonganoxie scoreless to this point in the third.
Doing a much better job of helping and rotating. That first half they would help but not rotate, and that's how got so many open looks and won that time.
So Mike Conroy gets the basket and a chance to complete a three-point play at the line. The foul on Baldwin's Riker Grossner, his second. Into the game for Tonganoxie is Zane Novotny returning. 37-25 Tongi. One tie, 3 lead changes back early in the first quarter of this game. Tonganoxie is led by as many as 18. Carr pulls up for 3 and it's short. Long rebound and Zembecki the first to get it. Joey floats her up there, rims out, rebounded by Tonki's Andrew Wilson.
Did everything right, just wouldn't fall, crawled right over the rim. Nice play though by Zembecki.
Nice feed by Novotny, a no-look dish back into the middle of the floor to Clark, who missed twice.
Excellent job by Prather not fouling, then clearing the rebound.
12-point deficit with 3 minutes to go in the third. Carr, nothing happening down there. Gets it back up top.
Does such a good job staying under control, keeping that pivot foot, not panicking.
Mahaffey trying to go to work. Pulls up from 18, straight on, airballed it. Prather trying to throw it back off of a Tonganoxie player, but Novotny able to catch it. .13 first half from Zane Novotny. This is Conroy on the drive. Can't flip it through. Grossner the rebound. Carr trying to invite that double team and then stepped on the baseline. They're going to call him for a travel.
Yeah, either way, that was probably the wrong decision there from Caleb Carr. They invite you to drive baseline there because they're going to trap you right there and get you in trouble. Can't fall into that trap.
Gibson back in for Tonganoxie. Novotny works over to hand off to Wilson. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Nice crossover by Gibson on the drive, but can't finish it.
Baldwin really catching a lot of breaks. They're missing a lot of layups, a lot of open shots.
Carr wants it up top. Mahaffey eventually is fouled. And they call it on Caleb Clark. His first, team's first of the half. I'll check that second on Clark. Baseline inbound for Baldwin, down by a dozen. Carr able to get inside, couldn't get the shot up, now does from about 8 feet out and hits.
Nice patience there from Carr, just waiting for the opportunity. Got the loose ball, put it back up and in.
He has all 10 in this second half for Baldwin.
It's only a 10-point deficit now.
1 minute and 20 seconds left to play in the quarter. Lob underneath to Clark. Redirection to the corner for Wilson, who misses the 3. And Carr able to get the rebound.
And you called it sooner or later. They got to cool off offensively, and Tonganoxie sure has done that.
Grossner for the corner, off the front of the iron. And a foul on Baldwin on a battle for that rebound. It's on Zembecki, and that's Joey's second. And the third of the half on Baldwin. 1:02 to play in the third quarter. Holthouse returns for Tonganoxie. And down 18 at the break was Baldwin. Second time they have trimmed it down to 10 here in this third quarter. Conroy gives to Novotny. Flips to Holthouse, who misses from in close, and Zembecki the rebound. Grossner's wide open to the corner. Novotny the rebound. Great look. Couldn't ask for a better one.
That sure was. Those will start falling eventually, though. Just keep your confidence, keep your rhythm.
Gibson travels. Novotny faked his teammate out there. He meant on a fake he was going to go back door, and Gibson looked like he was ready to fire the backdoor pass to him, but then Novotny came back out and forced his teammate to travel.
Kind of has the similar feel to the girls' game in terms of Baldwin kind of leaving the door open for Tongi to come back. It's Tongi stepping on their own feet here, letting Baldwin get back into this. A lot of turnovers, a lot of missed shots.
3 seconds left. Mahaffey got it up off the front iron. We will head to the fourth. And the Tonganoxie 18-point lead is down to 10. Baldwin back into this one. Off to the fourth we go here on Baldwin Sports Live.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient to caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Start of the fourth quarter here in Tonganoxie tonight, 37-27. The Chieftains were held to just 2 points in the third quarter as Baldwin outscored Tongi 10-2 in that third period to get themselves back into this game. They have already had one game this year. They overcame a 10-point fourth quarter deficit for a win. That was against Anderson County, and they're now down a dozen after Holthouse scores it on the left side on a nice flip to him by Novotny. Bulldogs have not had Darnell at all in the second half. He has been on the bench after coming out hobbled late in the first half. Cars 3 off the mark. Wilson the rebound for Tongi. Quickly up to Novotny. Gets it right back from Gibson. Has all day to line it up in the corner and drills a 3.
I thought, they weren't going to stay cold forever. You keep giving them open looks, and Novotny's a good enough shooter. He's going to knock it down.
His 4-3, the team's 8th. And it is a 42-27 lead for Tongi. Chieftains are 3-0 here at home this year. Carr can't answer it back. Wilson the rebound.
His last 2 shots have looked good. They just not quite falling for Carr.
Good ball movement here by Tonganoxie, and Wilson able to get all the way to the cup and lay it in on the left side.
Might be a timeout here. Yeah,
7-0 run to start the fourth quarter. Don Blanchett takes a timeout with 6:29 left to play in the fourth. And that 10-point lead has quickly ballooned back up to 17 now for Tonganoxie. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing, a fast-growing, family-owned company that specializes in CNC machining and the fabrication of parts, components, and assemblies for a very wide range of industries. If you have a manufacturing project that you might need some assistance with, some advice with, email the sales team at sales@riceprecision.com to get more information on how Rice Precision Manufacturing can be the teammate you need for that project. 44-27. Tongi's lead is 17, right back up almost anyway to where they had it at halftime. And it makes all that work Baldwin did in the third quarter to get back in the game feel like it was all for naught. Let's see if they have a run in them. They're going to have to start making a push here with 6.5 to go. Four-game winning streak coming in for Baldwin. Wilson called for the foul that time, working from behind Mahaffey on that entry pass. His second. No, check that, his first and the team's second. Carr almost lost his footing, and in doing so ended up losing the basketball. Andrew Wilson coast to coast. And now a 19-point lead. It's their largest of the game for Tonganoxie. How quickly it can turn. Contested three for Grossner won't go. And it's Wilson with the rebound.
Yeah, it's really been the difference, though. One team's making their open shots and the other team isn't. Sometimes that's what happens in the game of basketball.
Tonganoxie gave them their opening in the third quarter. They said, okay, we'll give you one quarter where we're going to not shoot the ball well and give you a chance. And Baldwin took advantage somewhat, but just not enough. Still only scored 10 points in that quarter. Did Baldwin, a team that averages just under 50 per game.
Yeah, and the thing that makes you nervous looking forward is the fact that this zone from Tonganoxie has really bothered Baldwin. That's going to go on tape, obviously, and teams will see that, and so they're going to have to get that figured out.
Down by 19 here with 5 minutes to go in the ball game. And a foul on Baldwin. See who they got here. It's on Mahaffey. First on Cole. Fourth team foul. 5:01 to play.
Yeah, let's see if you can make a push here in these last 5 minutes. You're going to have to pretty much just get stops and quick buckets.
They overcame that 10-point deficit late against Anderson County as Holthouse is the recipient of a well-executed inbound play there to make it a 21-point game now. But they have to pretty much make every possession count from this point forward with another 5 minutes to go. And instead, they turn it over. Long outlet, too far maybe. Novotny rifled it back at Conroy. Yeah, that was the type of throw that you're trying to throw it off a defender to get the ball to go out of bounds. And Conroy came over and I don't know what he said to him, of course. We're too far away to hear it, but the exchange looked kind of like a, hey, man, what are you doing?
Like, hey, man, maybe a little softer next time. That's what he said.
Well, Novotny has had a big game. Conroy's had a nice game as well. They're both in double figures. Wilson makes it 3 guys in double figures in this game for Tonganoxie. Englert from the corner is strong with that 3-point attempt. Prather continuing to battle on the glass. He has 7 boards now. A missed 3 by Carr, rebounded by Novotny. They just leave him wide open. Missed that time, but that's just been kind of the way it's gone defensively. There's too many of those types of defensive possessions tonight from Baldwin.
Yeah, and that'll get ironed out. I trust this coaching staff. These players are still good players, good coaches. They'll always figure it out in the end. Sometimes you just have a tough night. Not that this one's over, but got 4 minutes. They're going to have to make a run here. There you go.
Carr able to get 2 back on that one, and still with 3:50 to play in this second half, in this fourth quarter, Carr is the only player that scored in the second half for Baldwin. He has all 12 of their second half points. Novotny, nice flip back inside. Clark finishes.
Novotny's a really good player. He's just always in control, similar to Caleb Carr. Good shooter. Really impressed by him. Wilson, another good player for Tonganoxie. You got to give them a lot of credit. They're winning this game because they are been the better team tonight.
Grossner misfires a 3. It's interesting. Both Novotny and Carr, they're both guys that, to me, they look like players that are always trying to assist first. Like they want to make a pass, but yet they both still are their team's leading scorers as well. They can certainly both score, but they're always looking to make that next pass to get somebody else an opportunity to score. That time Novotny travels, and Zembecki will come back in for Baldwin. And in for the first time for Tonganoxie is Talon Langford. It's a 50-29 lead for the Chieftains of Tonganoxie, who started the year 4-0. They are the reigning Frontier League champions. Won the league for the first time in 35 years last season. Prather with another offensive rebound. He's up to 8 boards now in this game, and then he gets hacked to the arm by Wilson.
Yeah, Prather's had a really good game. He's a lot of hustle, a lot of rebounds, been good on defense, and just a really good game. This lineup's kind of interesting to me without Caleb Carr on the floor, who's really going to run the point. Probably Zembecki, but this is not a lineup you see a whole lot of. Carr usually plays a lot of the game. Be interesting to see who takes control here.
Yeah, you've got both Zembecki and Grossner, who kind of seem to be more the kind of your spot-up shooters.
Yeah, off-guard type.
And then you've got Englert, who hasn't had a whole lot of minutes this year to kind of really give us a great feel about, that role. And then, of course, with Prather, who's now checked out, or no, not Prather in there still, but with Prather, he's more your rebound. And then, of course, Mahaffey is the guy that probably going to be the top ball handler out there. But it's just been a bit of a tough night for the Bulldogs. They trail 50-29. The 4-game winning streak is probably going to come to an end at some point. I think we're probably going to run the table the rest of the year. That is as cool as that would have been.
Yeah. No, this is a good learning experience, though. Every now and then you get a game like this, you get some game film, and you can correct some things. If I had to make a conjecture, I'd say there's going to be a lot of 2-3 zone offensive work during practice these next couple days, but just some things get ironed out, and we'll be back at it at home Friday night against Piper, so chance to get back at it. I always liked having these types of just tough games on a Tuesday, because then you just get right back at it on Friday and try to redeem yourself and get another win streak going.
Alex Crowley and Brandon Wilson have come into the game for the first time for Tonganoxie, and now Baldwin will bring Braden Statham in for the first time. Zembecki to Grossner. Another missed three. Riker has been all around the basket on all of his three-point attempts, but has just not been able to get any of them to go. And now gets a basket to go from inside on a second chance opportunity.
Yeah, he's played hard, though. All the Bulldogs played hard tonight, just not getting enough shots to fall, and Tonganoxie's been shooting the lights out of this place.
Well, the Stars have played like that for Tonganoxie tonight. Andrew Wilson and Zane Novotny each with 16 points in this game. They've combined for 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists between that pair. And when your best players play at the top of their game on any given night, any team is hard to beat when that's the case. And that's certainly been the night for Tonganoxie. And not that Baldwin's best players haven't played well either. I mean, their two leading scorers are the two guys that have led them in scoring this year, and Carr and Mahaffey. But it's just come a lot tougher for Baldwin. That three misses, and it's rebounded by Englert. 20-point game here with a minute to play. As Ryan mentioned, Baldwin will be back in action on Friday at home against Piper. Man, I mean.
Man, that's just how the night's gone pretty
much.
You bottle that up and,
Exactly. Couple of really good looks, and for whatever reason, the ball refusing to go in. Crowley commits a foul for Tonganoxie, so another chance for Baldwin.
It's a good game from Prather, though, as he comes out.
And out comes Prather, and in comes Garrett McLaughlin, a freshman. Grossner, keep firing away, buddy. That time he hits it. .35, or 52-35 with under a minute to play. Well, as it stands, it's going to be the lowest scoring game of the year for the Bulldogs. Previous low was 45, and that was in their win in their last game back on December 17th against Spring Hill. It's the third time this year they've been held under 50. So Tonganoxie ends their little two-game slide after a 4-0 start, and they improve their mark to 5-2 on the season. And the Baldwin Bulldogs, their 4-game win streak comes to an end here tonight in Tonganoxie. The Dogs drop to 4-2 overall on the season. And coming up Friday night, back at it against Piper. 52-35, your final. We're back to wrap it all up for you on the post-game show right after this on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family. Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome to the Baldwin Sports Live post-game show. Scoreboard's off, but the final tonight, 52-35. Tonganoxie with the victory over the Baldwin Bulldogs. One tie, three lead changes. That all happened in the opening 3 minutes of this game. And then Tonganoxie went on an 11-0 run to close out the first quarter, and it really wasn't that close after that. Tonganoxie able to push their lead up to double digits early in the second quarter, going up 23-11 with 5:09 left to play in the second quarter, and it remained double digits the rest of the way. Baldwin did get the deficit down to 10 to close the third quarter, and we started the fourth quarter. There was still certainly some hope there for Baldwin. Down 10 to start the quarter, full 8 minutes to go. They were very much in the ballgame at that point. But Tonganoxie, who had an ice-cold third quarter, only 2 points in the third quarter, came right back out in the fourth quarter and looked more like the offense that we saw from Tongi in the first half. And they jumped on the Bulldogs with a quick 11-0 run in the opening 2.5 minutes of that fourth quarter to push the lead back up to, in fact, the largest it had ever been at that point, up 21. They would lead by as many as 23 before winning this game by 17. So, again, tough night all in all for the Bulldogs, who score a season-low 35 points, but glad to be back on the floor. The win streak is over. Great, we'll move on. Try to get back to another win coming up Friday night against Piper for a Baldwin team that doesn't change anything about the prospects of this team, this result here tonight. This is still a team that's going to compete and be in a lot of games this year and have a chance to win a lot of games this year, even though tonight didn't go their way. Yeah,
I have no doubt they're still going to be competitive the rest of the season, be a good team. I mean, tonight some of the shots just didn't fall. You get open looks, and the other team, they get open looks and shots fall. It's kind of how basketball works sometimes. But, offensively there's going to be some things to figure out for Baldwin. Dig into the game tape a little bit and maybe get some 2-3 zone work going. But, overall a frustrating night for both the boys and the girls, but we'll be back at it Friday night.
But with the girls, at least theirs ended up at a win.
That's true. That's true.
It was not a prettiest night for the girls, but the Baldwin girls did win earlier tonight, 42-31. A little easier to stomach a frustrating execution night when it results in a W. So the girls get back to 3-3. The boys now 4-2. Final numbers in this one. Tongi had 3 guys in double figures. Andrew Wilson and Zane Navani each with 16. Mike Conroy added 10. And then off of the bench, Isaac Holthouse had 6. Caleb Clark with 4 as well. And the leading rebounder tonight for Tonganoxie was Wilson. He pulled down 7 boards and dished out 2 assists to go along with it. 3 assists for Zane Novotny led the way there for Tonganoxie. Baldwin's Caleb Carr had 15 to lead the way tonight. 6 straight games in double figures to start this season for Carr, who dished out a couple of assists to go along with 3 boards as well. Cole Mahaffey, first time this year he did not score in double figures. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist tonight for Mahaffey. 3 from Zembecki, 5 from Riker Grossner, and that rounds out, Sam Darnell with 2 to round out the Bulldogs scoring. Leading rebounder tonight was Devin Prather, 9 boards, and on my count anyway, we'll see when they post the official stats tomorrow on this one, but for Prather, I had him at 9 boards, ending up 1 board shy of what would have been his 3rd straight game with 10-plus rebounds. So he has been an animal on the glass and was again tonight for the Bulldogs. Leading assist guy tonight was Caleb Carr with 2 of them, but the Bulldogs fall your final 52-35. We're going to be back at it coming up on Friday, 6 o'clock tip for the girls. The boys game, as always, will follow it up as Piper comes to town. Bulldogs back home to host the Piper Pirates. For Tonganoxie, they remain home on Friday as well. Ottawa coming to town to take on the Chieftains coming up on Friday. So that's going to do it for us here tonight. For Ryan Hilmer, I'm Bryce Kessler. Thanks for joining us here as our return to hoops after the Christmas break resulted in a 42-31 win for the Baldwin girls and a 52-35 loss for the Baldwin boys. We'll see you Friday night back home against the Piper Pirates right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
You've been watching the Baldwin Bulldogs on Baldwin Sports Live. Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you by Kelly Neufeld, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, Family Medicine of Baldwin City, Morning Star Care Homes, Trindle Lumber Company, State Farm Agent Cody Anno, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, Elite Chiropractic, the Lumberyard Arts Center, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. Visit BaldwinSportsLive.com for the schedule of upcoming broadcasts on